Zug zug.
Hello. Hello. How are you? Hello. Hello, Kyrie. Hello, Iron. How are you today? Oh, goodness. Hey, Noah, are you gonna start doing the thing where you only read for the first 2 hours and then move over to games today? You mentioned something like that the other day. My attention span would greatly appreciate it. I kind of forgot about that, to be honest. But I can if you want to. It kind of just depends what people like, you know? Like this reading stuff is still very new to me. So I don't really know what people like. You know? Like if you guys can't stand listening to me reading for 2 hours. I mean, sorry, for 3 hours. Then that's fine by me. What does everyone else think? when they come in, obviously, because they're not here yet, because I'm always late. Hello, Soy. We are discussing whether I should do a 3-hour reading stream or I should do a 2-hour reading stream and then some gaming. Because Iron says he doesn't have the attention span to listen to me for 3 hours. Yes. Well, basically, that's not actually what he said, but that's how I took it. How are you today? How are you doing? I'm gonna lurk the whole evening. For me, it works either way. Well, if you're lurking either way, I suppose it doesn't really matter, does it? Sorry, I'm putting burning cream on all my burns of the day. Yes. Oh shit, I put way too much out. No. Do you just hate that? When like you're trying so hard to get like a little bit out of a product pot that's almost out, and then like all of a sudden it squirts like loads of product that you just don't need, and now you're forced to like use it. That's what's happening to me right now. But oh well. Hello, Say. Hello. How are you today? Ooh, these burdens like went away pretty well. Wow. Hell yeah. W for Flamigel, which is Dutch burning cream I like. Now I don't know how to explain it, but for some reason the burning cream that you find in the UK is just not the right one. It's just not, it's not right. It's not right. It doesn't do what I want it to do. Like, burning cream that I've had here is like see-through and like watery, whereas the burning cream I'm used to is called Flamigel, and it's basically this more like white see-through gel, and it's like nice and cold and nice and like it's still water-based, but like more like creamy, and I just like that. So I'm being like really silly, and every time I go to Belgium I buy a pack because I'm like I burn myself so much and I need burning cream and I can't depend on the UK, so here we are. It must be something like stupid, like I'm just used to that. I always thought it was weird that people from like their respective countries would bring like a bunch of random shit, but now I so understand it. Like even though every country has the things, they're always like a little bit different in like stupid ways. And I'm experiencing that very much right now. I still try. It's not so much that I can't stand it, it's more so that I just zone out really quickly and I have a hard time passively absorbing information that's not in my native language. That is very strange. But then how do you listen to my streams usually? Oh my goodness! Oh my god, hello! I just started! Hi! Oh my god! Hello! She said, how are you today? Hello! How is your stream? I'm guessing you were singing? What songs were you singing today? Hello, Raiders. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Can I get a shout out, please, for the wonderful Shizu? She's so cute. Please follow her. She's actually one of the cutest VTubers in existence. So, I'm doing you a favor. Yes, but hello, Raiders. I hope you're doing well. Hello, hello, hello. Did you see I finished up the fishing spot? I did see it, and it looks good. It looks good. Very cozy. I think we should still add a boat though. I think a boat would look sick, and I want to add like a little port around the main island as well, like a little deck. I don't know how to explain. Port? Harbor? Yes. Burning cream, what are you trying to burn? I'm not trying to burn anything. I keep burning myself. Because obviously I keep having jobs where I have to like work with ovens, and I burn myself so easily. It's so annoying. So my whole body, well, not my whole body actually, because that would be weird. How do I? Anyway, my whole like arms and stuff, my hands are like full of like scars. I've been mauled by a bear. That will be my story. Not that I worked in the kitchen, because I was lame. Hi, Puma. How are you today? Sure, I love your singing streams. I was lurking a bit. Good, good. I was singing, yeah. What was your favorite song of today? Because I asked you what songs you sang today, but obviously that's gonna be a lot. So what was your favorite today? Also, if you have to rate and run, that's completely fair as well. You know, you worked hard. You gotta rest your voice, and you gotta, get your strengths back for the next stream. Yes. Seriously, go follow her. She's amazing and funny. Yes, she is. Thank you, guys. Like, I initially joined her stream as a fan because I was like, I saw her on my For You page and I was like, who is this woman? Who's this goddess? And that's it. That's all that happened. And here we are. Oh, definitely Haunted from Lofi. Oh, I don't know that song. I'm totally not Googling it right now. Oh. Very nice, very nice. Y'all too sweet. No, only honest. We should have more singing. Wasn't there someone around here who used to be in a band? Not that I know. Nope. Forgot about that song and how good it is. It's good to come back to songs you love. This is true. I often get reminded of songs I completely forgot. Yes. But yeah, we are about to do a reading stream today. I've been getting into reading streams because usually I just stream Elder Scroll games, and then I was like, let's read. Okay, no, that's not how it went. I have a Patreon where I read sometimes, and people liked my voice and reading, so I was like, I should do a reading stream, why not? And then I did it, and people liked it, and here we are. Yes. It is still a trial and error. I don't really know what I'm doing. But we're reading Frankenstein. Very cool. The blatant lies, I've never lied in my life. Me personally, never. Even as a child, I was a saint. It's just the way it was. It is the truth and only the truth. I swear on the book. Yes. Oh, Frankenstein, fun. Yeah. I was inspired by the new Netflix movie that released. I haven't watched it. I've watched a little bit of it. And it looked really good. And I was like, maybe we should read it, Yes. Anyway, I don't want to keep you too much, Jisoo. I'm sure you're tired. Goodness. I hope you had a happy Halloween as well. I hope you celebrated well and ate lots of candy. Don't really know what you're supposed to do at Halloween, but I know you eat candy and you watch scary movies. I did only the candy eating. I'll be lurking while getting dinner. Have a nice stream, Noah. Thank you. Have a nice dinner. Bye. Thank you for rating. I really appreciate it. Also, guys, that crackling is fire. Don't be afraid. It's very natural, actually. Hello, okay. How are you today? I always feel very silly asking how you are since your name is I'm doing okay. Yes. Noah's on the hunt for any old public domain work that feature inappropriate relationships between siblings. I don't think Frankenstein has that, but she doesn't know that yet. I feel like there was some for some reason, both the old books that we've read always refer to their crush or lover in a brotherly, sisterly way. It is really weird. And I don't know why. They're like, oh, I love her so much as a sister. God, she's so hot. It's like stuff like that, and I don't know why that keeps happening. I mean, it only happened twice, but it's very weird that it happened twice. Yes. Hi, Golden. Hello. Hello. Welcome from Jesus. I always wonder if I say her name right. I think I do. A stream. I hope you had fun. Singing? Do you sing along? Is that something you do? Actually, now I'm wondering if she sung like any of the K-pop Demon Hunter songs. I must check to know. And if she hasn't, then I must suggest it, because that'd be really cool. They're really good songs. Although they are really tough though. So that might be a bit of big ask. Someone please come over here and melt this cursed snow. We don't have any snow anymore. It was only there for like a day. What a joke. But then again, I'm also kind of glad it's gone, because it was really not fun in the morning when I was getting blinded by snow. Every time something like this happens, I wonder if they've created glasses that has like, you know, glass cleaners, like the automatic ones that you get on cars. Do they make that for glasses? Because God, it's annoying. You just can't see anything. And if you take them off, you can't see either. It's like, you gotta give me something right now. And no, I don't wear lenses. They are scary. Yes, she sang Golden today. She did? Oh, that is very good that you told me that. I will check that out. I bet she sang it so well too. When is she gonna release merch? I'm ready for it. I'm ready for some merch, I really am. Guys, the stream is on fire. Oh my god. It's burning my borders. I still haven't found a real... Oh, wait. Wait. How do we do this again? It's like, that's it, dark mode. We can't be reading in light mode. That's cringe. Everyone knows you don't do that. But yeah, I don't remember what the incestual stuff is in this book. I think he was like talking about his sister and how like beautiful she is. Which I guess it's not necessarily weird, but I wouldn't say that about my brother. Like, God, my brother is so handsome. He's such a model. I mean, I suppose you could if he's actually like drop dead gorgeous and you want to like, I don't know, get him a girlfriend. But like, why would you think that? It's just, I don't know. Okay, I'm not reading too much into it. Yes. Good, it snowed. Time to pull out the rocket powdered sled from the basement. Rocket powdered. Powdered. Why am I saying powdered? Powered sled. How do you have that? Anyway, we haven't read yet, and it's already been 20 minutes. Yes, very good. You're welcome. Let's start reading. Sorry, it still feels very weird doing these streams. It just feels so not natural. I don't know. Especially because people get quiet when I do these streams. Because obviously, I can't really talk very much because I need to concentrate and read and stuff. But it's just, I'm so used to chatting to you guys. It feels so lonely out here. Reading time. Hi, Koopsie. Oh, we see double O. I forgot I'm sharing my desk. I hope your pub thing is going well. The pasta is on the counter. You are on dish duty. Thank you. Have fun. Okay. Now, I don't remember where we were. I think we were in chapter 2. I swear I remember saying that we finished the letters and we finished chapter 1. And that was it. So let's hope I'm correct. Here we go. Chapter 2. We were brought up together. There was not quite a year difference in our ages. Ah! You gifted 10 subs? Oh my god. No, not again. I just started. You, how dare you. Dude, this is gonna be so tough. No. But thank you so much. Thank you, Koopsie. Why? Why? Why have you done this? I'm so sorry, guys. We just started, and now I have to host an intervention because I have to read it in French. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna read this in French, and then you just like ignore me, and then we're gonna actually read it. Hype train. Oh, thank you, Soy, as well. To gifting a sub to Wander the Nomad. Oh.
Help! I'm drugged. Help!
God, these streams are so like unorganized. I feel really bad. Don't worry, I was already ignoring you. Oh. Well, obviously you weren't because you knew what I was saying enough to respond to me. So, in conclusion, you were actually listening to me. Okay, now guys, listen to this French. Okay, bear with me. Bear with. Don't leave. It's good French practice. Actually, intervention. I did contact an italki French teacher, asking him about like lessons and stuff. So I'm doing things, but it is, I suppose, French practice, but only in the way of like pronouncing things, because I am like using a translation machine, because fuck that. This language is way too difficult. My French level isn't high enough. I wanted it to get to level 4, and it did. Thank you. Then we got loads of emotes as well. That's pretty fun. Hype train's pretty cool, I would say. What is this? Enjoy your Friday, guys. Thank you, Koopsie. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Nous avons... Okay, wait. I'm gonna keep the English version so you understand where we're going. So you're not completely in the blue, but you're kind of in the blue. In the blue? In the dark? Why am I saying in the blue? That doesn't make any sense. It's already going bad. Nous avons grandi ensemble. Il n'y avait guère plus d'un an d'écart entre nous. Inutile de préciser que les désaccords et les disputes ne nous étaient pas étrangères. L'harmonie régnait en maître sur notre amitié, et la diversité et le contraste de nos caractères ne faisaient que renforcer nos liens. Elizabeth, super English, était d'un tempérament plus calme et plus concentré, mais malgré toute mon ardeur, j'étais capable d'une application plus intense et animée, d'une soif de connaissances plus profonde. Elle s'adonnait avec passion à la contemplation des créations. Oui, céleste, des poètes, et dans les paysages majestueux et merveilleux qui entouraient notre foyer suisse. Les formes sublimes des montagnes, le changement des saisons, la tempête et le calme, le silence de l'hiver, et la vie et l'effervescence de nos hêtes alpines. Elle trouvait Mathieu à admirer et à s'émerveiller, tandis que ma compagne contemplait avec sérieux et satisfaction la magnificence des choses. Je prenais plaisir à en sonder les causes. Le monde était pour moi un secret que je désirais percer à jour. La curiosité, la recherche sincère pour apprendre les lois cachées de la nature, une joie proche de l'ectase, à mesure qu'elle me était dévoilée, figurant parmi les premières sensations dont je me souviens. Ah, goodness. It really doesn't flow when I'm speaking French because it's so difficult. It's because there's so many words that I don't know, so I've got no clue how to pronounce them. So it's like, yeah, a real struggle. But I did it. I did it. There you go. Now on to the actual reading. Goodness me, that was really... How are you, by the way, Haro? I hope you're doing well. I love that you just join these streams, make me speak French, and that's it. Ahem. We were brought up together. There was not quite a year difference in our ages. I need not say that we were strangers to any species of disunion or dispute. Harmony was the soul of our companionship, and the diversity and contrasts that subsided in our characters drew us nearer together. Elizabeth was of a calmer and more concentrated disposition, but with all my ardor, I was capable of a more intense application. I was more deeply smitten with the thirst for knowledge. She busied herself with following the aerial creations of poets, and in the majestic and wondrous scenes which surrounded our Swiss home, the sublime shapes of the mountains, the changes of the season, tempest and calm, the silence of winter, and the life and turbulence of our alpine summers, she found ample scope for admiration and delight. While my companion contemplated with a serious and satisfied spirit the magnificent appearances of things, I delighted in investigating their causes. The world was to me a secret which I desired to divine. Curiosity, earnest research to learn the hidden laws of nature, gladness akin to rapture, as they were unfolded to me, are among the earliest sensations I can remember. I just woke up. I guess I had a spider sensor it. Yeah, you've got a Noah alarm in your head. Hell yeah. This is because of evolution. Yes. Everyone needs one right now. Yes, you're welcome. Yes. Imagine. That'd be so weird. It is so cold. I'm so cold right now. I'm always freezing. It's just so sad that no matter how many things you put on, you just can't get warm. Simply. On the birth of a second son, my junior by 7 years, my parents... Hi, Sparkling Water, how are you today? We're reading some Frankenstein today. My parents gave up entirely their wandering life and fixed themselves in their native country. We possessed a house in Geneva and a campaign Campagne on Belle Rive, the eastern shore of the lake, at the distance of rather more than a league from the city. We resided principally in the latter, and the lives of my parents were passed in considerable seclusion. It was my temper to avoid a crowd and to attach myself fervently to a few. I was indifferent, therefore, to my schoolfellows in general, but I united myself in the bonds of the closest friendship to one among them. Henry Cavill? No, Henry Clerval, close enough, was the son of a merchant of Geneva. He was a boy of singular talent of fancy. Thank you for the follow. Zeri? Yes? Thank you. Welcome. You need to get warm from the inside. Try eating some of that burnt green. I didn't think you're supposed to eat that. But I already had dinner. I just wasn't really, hungry. I don't know. I've been really bloated lately. I don't know what I've been eating. But yeah, so I only had a little bit of pasta. And then I had some plum with yogurt. Very good. Very good. Henry Clerval was the son of a merchant of Geneva. He was a boy of singular talent and fancy. He loved enterprise, hardship, and even danger for its own sake. He was deeply read in books of chivalry and romance. He composed heroic songs and began to write many a tale of enchantment and knightly adventure. Ooh. He tried to make us act plays and to enter in masquerades, in which the characters were drawn from the heroes of Roncesvalles, of the Round Table of King Arthur, and the chivalrous train who shed their blood to redeem the holy sepulchre? What is sepulchre? From the hands of the infidels. I don't know what that means. A burial chamber.
Sepulcher.
Sepulcher. Okay, you say it as sepulcher? I've never heard of this. Who says this? To be fair, I don't really talk about burial chambers very often. Sepulcher. Sepulcher. Okay, good to know. No human being could have passed a happier childhood than myself. My parents were possessed by the very spirit of kindness and indulgence. We felt that they were not the tyrants to rule our lot according to their caprice, but the agents and creators of all the many delights which we enjoyed. When I mingled with other families, I distinctly discerned how peculiarly fortunate my lot was, and gratitude assisted the development of filial love. My temper was sometimes violent, and my passions vehement, but by some law in my they were turned not towards childish pursuits, but to an eager desire to learn, and not to learn all things indiscriminately. I confess that neither the structure of languages, nor the code of governments, nor the politics of various states possessed attraction for me. It was the secrets of heaven and earth that I desired to learn. And whether it was the outward substance of things, or the inner spirits of nature and the mysterious soul of man that occupied me, still my inquiries were directed to the metaphysical, or, in its highest sense, the physical secrets of the world. Meanwhile, Clerval occupied himself, so to speak, with the moral relations of things. The busy stage of life, the virtues of heroes, and the actions of men were his theme, and his hope and his dream was to become one among those whose names are recorded in story as the gallant and adventurous benefactors of our species. The saintly soul of Elizabeth shone like a shrine-dedicated lamp in our peaceful home. Her sympathy was ours, her smile, her soft voice, the sweet glance of her celestial eyes, were ever there to bless and animate us. She was a living spirit of love to soften and attract. I might have become sullen in my study, rough through the ardor of my nature, but that she was there to subdue me to a semblance of her own gentleness. And Clerval could aught I'll entrench on the noble spirit of Clerval. Yes, he might not have been so perfectly humane, so thoughtful in his generosity, so full of kindness and tenderness amidst his passion for adventurous exploit, had she not unfolded to him the real loveliness of beneficence and made the doing good the end and aim of his soaring ambition. I feel exquisite pleasure in dwelling on the recollections of childhood, before misfortune had tainted my mind and changed its bright visions of extensive usefulness into gloomy and narrow reflections upon self. Besides, in drawing the picture of my early days, I also record those events which led by insensible steps to my after tale of misery. For when I would account to myself for the birth of that passion, which afterwards ruled my destiny, I find it arise like a mountain river from ignoble and almost forgotten sources. But swelling as it proceeded, it became the torrent which in its course has swept away all my hopes and joys. Natural philosophy is the genius that has regulated my fate. I desire, therefore, in this narration to state those facts which led to my predilection for that science. When I was 13 years of age, we all went on a party of pleasure to the baths near Thonen. The inclemency of the weather obliged us to remain a day confined to the inn. In this house, I chanced to find a volume of the works of Cornelius Agrippa. Wait, I know that name. Why do I know that name? I opened it with apathy. The theory which he attempts to demonstrate and the wonderful facts which he relates soon changed his feelings into enthusiasm. A new light seemed to dawn upon my mind, and bounding with joy, I communicated my discovery to my father. My father looked carelessly at the title page of my book and said, "Ah, Cornelius Agrippa. My dear Victor, do not waste your time on this. It is sad trash." That's so rude. Wow. If instead of this remark my father had taken the pains to explain to me that the principles of Agrippa had been entirely exploded and that a modern system of science had been introduced which possessed much greater powers than the ancient, because the powers of the latter were chimerical, while those of the former were real and practical, under such circumstances I should certainly have thrown Agrippa aside and have contented my imagination, warmed as it was by returning with greater ardor to my former studies. It is even possible that the train of my ideas would never have received the fatal impulse that led to my ruin. But the cursory glance my father had taken of my volume by no means assured me that he was acquainted with its contents, and I continued to read with the greatest avidity. When I returned home, my first care was to procure the whole works of this author, and afterwards of Paracelsus and Albertus Magnus. I read and studied the wild fancies of these writers with delight. They appeared to me treasures, known to few besides myself. I have described myself as always having been imbued with a fervent longing to penetrate the secrets of nature. In spite of the intense labor and wonderful discoveries of modern philosophers, I always came from my studies discontented and unsatisfied. Sir Isaac Newton is said to have avowed that he felt like a child picking up shells beside the great and unexplored ocean of truth. Those of his successors in each branch of natural philosophy with whom I was acquainted appeared even to my boy's apprehensions as heroes engaged in the same pursuit. The untaught peasant beheld the elements around him and was acquainted with their practical uses. The most learned philosopher knew little more. He had partially unveiled the face of nature, but her immortal lineaments were still a wonder and a mystery. He might dissect, anatomize, and give names, but not to speak of a final cause. Causes in their secondary and tertiary grades were utterly unknown to him. I had gazed upon the fortifications and impediments that seemed to keep humans from entering the citadel of nature, and rashly, ignorantly, I have repined. Hi, shrimp YouTuber, late raider, very late. Welcome. I hope you had a nice stream with the Jisoo. I heard that she sang Golden, very cool. Welcome to the stream. If you want to chill out, that's fine. We are reading Frankenstein at the moment. I usually stream Elder Scroll games, but I'm kind of trying to get into like new games because I've been playing Skyrim and like Morrowind and stuff for like years at this point. Like it's been, I think, 2 years since I started playing Skyrim and Morrowind like a year ago, and I kind of am trying to branch out a bit. Over time, I have like tried other games. You know, I've played Undertale, I've played Outer Wilds. So in no means I think I am a Elder Scroll streamer. Like I play other games as well. It's just like what I usually play. But yeah, so I'm trying to branch out. I'm trying to, you know, I'm kind of like a Disney star, and I'm trying to get it away from Disney. Yes, so we are reading books. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a lovely night, and I hope you're all chilling out. Yes, very good. I had gazed upon the fortifications and impediments that seemed to keep human beings from entering the citadel of nature, and rashly and ignorantly I had repined. But here were books, and here were men who had penetrated deeper and knew more. I took their word for all that they averred. I became their disciple. It may appear strange that such should arise in the 18th century, but while I followed the routine of education in the schools of Geneva, I was, to a great degree, self-taught with regard to my favorite studies. My father was not scientific, and I was left to struggle with a child's blindness, added to a student's thirst for knowledge. Under the guidance of my new preceptors, I entered with the greatest diligence into the search of the philosopher's stone and the elixir of life, but the latter soon obtained my undivided attention. Wealth was an inferior object, but what glory would attend the discovery if I could banish disease from the human frame and render man invulnerable to any but a violent death. Nor were these my only visions. The raising of ghosts or devils was a promise liberally accorded by my favorite authors, the fulfillment of which I most eagerly sought, and if my incantations were always unsuccessful, I attributed the failure rather to my own inexperience and mistake than to a want of skill or fidelity in my instructors. And thus, for a time, I was occupied by exploded systems, mingling like an unadept 1,000 contradictory theories, and floundering desperately in a very slough of multifarious knowledge, guided by an ardent imagination and childish reasoning. I'm doing okay. How are you? I've had a pretty okay day. Like, if the last few days have been exhausting, I've been a bit sleepy, but I feel like I finally got my sleep schedule, like, figured out, you know? Like, now I go to bed at 11. I used to go to bed at midnight, and even though that's, like, an hour apart, it really makes such a difference. It is insane. Like, I feel so much better. Like, I don't feel mega tired. It is crazy how much an hour can make. It really is. But yeah, so I'm happy. I'm like, I feel, you know, like a human being again. I say this a lot lately, but I generally feel not like a human being when I'm like working and stuff. I don't know how to explain it. It's just kind of like you're like a machine, you know, getting everything done and you're not, you know, really chilling out. And it makes you feel like not a person. I don't know how to say it, yeah. So it's nice to feel like a human being again. That's cool. Anyway, how are you? Should I call you Shrimp, by the way? Is that okay? Yes, let's continue. Him. And thus for a time I was occupied by exploded systems, mingling like an unadept, 1,000 contradictory theories, and floundering desperately in a very slough of multifarious knowledge, guided by an ardent imagination and childish reasoning. Till an accident again changed the current of my ideas. Oh my god, an accident! That's good, and just sleepy. I actually get that, though I'm usually up until 4 a.m. or longer sometimes. Jesus Christ. I would die, I think. I would die. What were you up? Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, my camera couldn't see me. Why were you up for that late? What were you doing? Goodness. Or could you just not sleep? Because that happens sometimes. I know a lot of people that have troubles with that. You can call me Shrimpy if you want. That's what everyone uses. Sure, I'll call you Shrimpy. Hell yeah. I see you that you are a VTuber as well. Does this mean that you are a shrimp VTuber? I can't say I don't think I've ever seen a shrimp VTuber, so that's very creative. I like that. When I was about 15 years old, we had retired to our house near Bellerive when we witnessed a most violent and terrible thunderstorm. It advanced from behind the mountain of Jura, and the thunder burst at once with frightful loudness from various quarters of the heavens. I remained while the storm lasted, watching its progress with curiosity and delight. As I stood at the door, on a sudden I beheld a stream of fire issue from an old and beautiful oak, which stood about 20 yards from our house. And so soon as the dazzling light vanished, the oak had disappeared, and nothing remained but a blasted stump. When we visited it the next morning, we found the tree shattered in a singular manner. It was not splintered by the shock, but entirely reduced to thin ribbons of wood. I never beheld anything so utterly destroyed. That's terrifying. Before this, I was not unacquainted with the obvious laws of electricity. On this occasion, a man of great research in natural philosophy was with us, and excited about this catastrophe, he entered on the explanation of a theory which he had formed on the subject of electricity and galvanism, which was at once new and astonishing to me. All that he said threw greatly into the shade Cornelius Agrippa, Albertus Magnus, and Paracelsus, the lords of my imagination, but by some fatality, the overthrow of these men disinclined me to pursue my accustomed studies. It seemed to me as if nothing would or could ever be known. All that had so long engaged my attention suddenly grew despicable. By one of those caprices of the mind which we are perhaps most subject to in early youth, I at once gave up my former occupations, set down natural history and all its progeny as a deformed and abortive creation, and entertained the greatest disdain for a would-be science which could never even step within the threshold of real knowledge. In this mood of mind, I betook myself to the mathematics and the branches of study appertaining to that science as being built upon secure foundations, and so worthy of my consideration. Normally, I'm just watching streams, supporting friends. I'm also just used to staying up so late. It's been this way for a while. Well, that's my plan anyway, to become a shrimp. Oh, so you're not a shrimp feeder yet? But this is like, I suppose, the grounds for it, the layout. Exciting. But that's cute though that you support friends. Very nice, very nice. When I'm free, I'll try to convince myself to sleep early because honestly, I shouldn't have excuses to be doing something at 4 in the morning. Definitely not. And like, you know, sleeping definitely keeps a person sane, you know. I think lack of sleep just is really not good for the brain. Gives brain struggles, definitely, yes. So I would recommend this. I support this decision. Thus, strangely, are our souls constructed, and by such slight ligaments are we bound to prosperity or ruin. When I look back, it seems to me as if this almost miraculous change of inclination and will was the immediate suggestion of the guardian angel of my life, the last effort made by the spirit of preservation to avert the storm that was even then hanging in the stars and ready to envelop me. Her victory was announced by an unusual tranquility and gladness of soul, which followed the relinquishing of my ancient and latterly tormenting studies. It was thus that I was to be taught to associate evil with their persecution, happiness with their disregard. It was a strong effort of the spirit of good, but it was ineffectual. Destiny was too potent, and her immutable laws had decreed my utter and terrible destruction. But yeah, so what are you planning to do? When are you planning to become a VTuber? Is it just because you're still getting your model done, or are you just scared to take the leap? What's the plan? What was going to happen? What are you doing, you know? Because it took me a bit to take the leap. Like, I started with a free model that I did in a VTube studio. And like, I originally started streaming just like randomly. I don't know. It was just like, well, actually, no. I was streaming before then on another channel where I couldn't control things. So I was like, oh, I can do this much better. So I made my own channel and started to stream my own things. And then I kind of stuck with it, but I didn't want to show my face. I was like, oh, I should VTube. And then I eventually got this model, and yeah, it just keeps evolving. Honestly, it's really, really fun. It's a fun hobby, yes. Good evening, everyone. Apologies for being a tad late. That's okay, wise man. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. How are you today? How's your Friday been? You got any plans, or have you been doing anything? And have you got any plans for the weekend? We're streaming on Sunday as well. I don't actually know what I'm gonna do yet, but we shall see. Also tomorrow it's book club meeting. Guys, don't forget, finish your book. If you haven't finished the book, then what are you doing? Because even I finished my book. We are reading Something Wicked This Way, I think it's called, by Ray Bradbury. Is that it? Yeah, sorry. It might not be completely correct, but that's basically it. Honestly, the book was a banger. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's my favorite book of all time. I've been kind of thinking what my favorite book is of all time. Like, do I even have one? And I think up until this point, my favorite book is The Road, which I didn't think was going to be my favorite book, but I feel like it's the one that stuck with me the most. Really good book. You should check it out. It's a very, like, apocalyptic book, basically. Also, the Maze Runner. I really liked just the Maze Runner series, but that's been ages since I read that, so. I have to prioritize finding a job so I can support this, but that's not been so easy. In a small town is harder, to be honest. Oh, I get that. I come from a small town as well. It's a pain in the ass, really. The way it just works is you have to move to bigger cities to get anything. It's really sad. I mean, I feel like it's especially so in England, where everything's like concentrated in London. And like, if you have like no ambition to, do a big like lawyer job, big doctor job, I don't think it's like that there are like, you can work in a supermarket, you can work as a cook, like all those things are available in other towns, but it's just when you want to do traineeships and when you want to do, apprenticeships and all that, it's usually in London. It's so stupid. It like limits people's freedom, in my opinion. Like, you have to go to London, and it's just really tragic. So I totally get you, is what I'm trying to say. It sucks. I can't draw, so I'm trying to gather pictures and making descriptions of what I want her to look like for the outfit. I actually have to confess something really shameful. I used AI. I used AI. Thank you for the follow, Desire. I hope you're doing well. So it wasn't AI's idea. I knew exactly what I wanted, and I had drawn it super badly to explain it to someone, and then they used AI to make it, basically, to make it comprehensible. But I'm still so ashamed of it, because like, I am so against AI. I hate AI. I think it's stupid. But it was simply to put my things and like to put my outfit into words, I suppose. For the rest, I really try not to use it. But yeah, so if you want, you can use that to like kind of get a better image of it. For the rest, there are like artists that do, a character sheet. So the whole thing is that they just design your character for you. I got, a character sheet done as well. I usually use VGen. I think VGen is like the best website for art, like VTuber art. It really is. You've got Skib, I think it's called, as well, but I really don't like that website because I didn't get scammed, but like, they have this really weird system. So I tried to commission something, and I put in a Word document, but it said it didn't accept that. So I didn't realize until after, so it like took my money without me realizing. So I did it again because it said like error. So I did it like 3 times without realizing that it was actually taking my money. So in the end, it took like £60, and the commission wasn't even like put in. Like it wasn't even put through to the artist, and I had to wait like more than a month to get my money back when I hadn't even put anything through. Like, nothing happened. There was an error, and it still took my money. And ever since, I don't want to use that service anymore. It's terrifying. Like, I genuinely thought I was not gonna get my money back, because I looked it up and it said it does take a while to get it back. But like, that's crazy. Anyway, don't use Skip. Or like, be smarter than me and check if your money has gone out your account. Yes. Well, I had my morning walk and found out the hard way that there was a hole in my waterproof winter shoes. No! Then afterwards, friend came for a visit, and we had a movie night with some pizza, watched Avatar: The Way of Water as we're planning to watching upcoming Fire and... I'm debating whether I want to watch the Fire and Ash movie, because actually I really didn't like Avatar Way of Water. It is a gorgeous movie. Visual wise, it is stunning. It is great. It is 10 out of 10. But I feel like it wasn't doing anything. The whole movie was nothing. Nothing was happening. They were just saying like, ooh, these are water avatars and look what they do. And look, oh, they've got interesting culture and traditions. Look at these cool gadgets. Woo! And that's like 2 hours of that. And literally the last 20 minutes, it was like, oh my god! War! Oh, death! Evil! Okay, movie over. That's what it felt like to me. It was so stupid. I did not like it. And needless to say, like, the concept of everything is so cool. I love the design, and it's so cool, but it's just the story. Where is it going? I don't, like, story-wise, it felt very weak. Yeah, anyway. What did you think of it, Wise Man? Oh, and I also finally got that small dragon mount in Final Fantasy 14, and with that I got the bonus mount as well. Nice! And boy, is that really hard to get? Is that like a really small percentage of you being able to get it? Well, I get it. I'm not going to deny it's helpful. My opinion on it is that I just choose not to involve myself with it. I'm more rational. I want friendship over it or anything, but I also don't use it to avoid from losing friends. Yeah, I don't use it at all, except that one instance. I don't use it. I'm very against it, or try to at least be against it. But it seems like even jobs and everything are like completely using AI now. Like my partner's father has to use it for his job now. So it's kind of like you don't even have a choice anymore. And for tomorrow, I'm going to see this new friend again. So where did you meet this friend? New friend for an anime night, planning to watch My Hero. Ooh, have you never watched any of it? Though before that, I'll probably see if I could get some snacks for the event. Oh, that does sound fun. What snacks are you getting? Popcorn? Popcorn is a good movie snack, I feel like. Good. Me and Koopsie went for like the Chainsaw Man movie recently, and we got a popcorn, and it was like £8 for the smallest one. Like, what the fuck? Like, cinemas are literally for rich people right now. It's crazy. I think we in the end spent like £50 for both of us, which was 2 tickets, a water, Koopsie slushie, and the popcorn. And that's it. That's it. AI is a tool in the end that just gets poorly used, unfortunately. But it's just like, it's not just a tool. It has so many, I feel like it just has too many cons compared to pros. I've already ranted about this way too much. I'm not going to get into it again. But it's just like, it's not worth it. £8 for popcorn, what the fuck? I know. We were shocked. Actually bonkers. I mean, we didn't need any more than that, but it's just like such a rip-off. So I obviously just brought some like candy from the supermarket in my pocket, because like, what the fuck, I'm not paying that. And I knew it was gonna be like that, so that's why I brought my own stuff. And they don't even check, because I bet they're like thinking the same thing. So why would they check? Generative AI, I won't use it, but I appreciate the practical uses, like doctors using it, help with diseases, helping with patient treatments, and in my opinion it's more noble, helping with real issues. Yeah, definitely. I feel like when it actually has something that helps us progress, sorry, it's fine. It's just, it's used for so much right now, so much. And it's so bad for the environment. It takes away jobs, and it also just like screws a lot of people over, you know, like artists getting their work stolen and everything. It's just kind of, yes, it just kind of sucks, you know. Sorry, I have a habit of choking. Hello, how are you doing? No, hi, Ojo, how are you today? I'm doing okay. It's really, really cold today. I am freezing. Even though we're in front of a fireplace right now, I am so cold. I wish I could feel the warmth of this fireplace. I think I'm actually going to get some socks and put on an extra layer. I will be right back. But please, tell me how you are, Ojo, as well. I'm back, and I've put on extra layers. Alright, I'm already feeling a lot warmer. Oh, my feet were so cold. Ooh. I wish I could live in an egg of warmth. It was weird, but it sounds really nice, actually. Yes. I wish I could be a kangaroo baby. Yes. Because they, like, live in their mom's, like, pouch thing. Although their pouches are really weird. I thought it was just gonna be warm and fuzzy in there, but apparently it's not. That's weird. The bonus mount requires you to find the quest after gathering the 7 small dragons, and after that you need to wander around a bit. I thought the Avatar movie was quite interesting in a way, though I did wonder a couple of points in it as well. And about that new friend, she's in the same board game group that I manage every Thursday, and for the snacks I'll probably get some candy and potato chips. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like having a balance of like sweet and salty. Like when I snack, I usually have the salty first and then the sweet. Like I'm very specific about it. When I've had salty, I need to have sweet. It doesn't matter if it's like candy or fruit, just something sweet, and then I'm okay. The end needs to be sweet, not the other way around. That's just the way of things, guys. I don't know, just feeling weird. I have been feeling very depressed lately, but I'm really glad you are doing fine. I'm sorry. What's going on? Is it the winter depression time? Because I totally get you. It's always dark. It really bombs your mood, doesn't it? No. The thing that makes me feel better every time is getting a sweet snack. Although I feel like I've really been going on over the top for like the past half year. not even the past like few days, no, half a year. I feel like I've been just indulging in so much sweet stuff. Honestly, I'm surprised I haven't gained a lot of weight. Is it where's it going? I don't know. But I might get diabetes, who knows? But I'm really, oh my god. Like today I had a pear and almond Frankenstein. Amazing. Amazing. I'm starting to feel like Italian pastry is my way to get Belgian pastry, if that makes sense. Like, the way that Italians make pastry is very similar to how Belgians do. Because the way that UK people make it is wrong. It's not right. No, it doesn't have the right taste. But when I have these Italian pastries, it's like tasting home. So maybe that's why I like them so much. So I will use that as an excuse to keep eating them. Yes. What washes up on tiny beaches? Microwaves and microplastic. Hi Gecko, how are you today? And yeah, I haven't watched My Hero Academia anime, but I do have some mangas of it. Oh, you do? Interesting. I actually bought some new. Actually, oh my god, I can feel the nerd coming out. I actually, I actually bought some new manga, this week. I bought I bought. So I went to the manga store and they had a book on Trafalgar Law. His story. They had the book of it, and it looked so cool. Sorry, I want to show you. Oh no. Cover. Cover. Look how cool. It's so cool, isn't it? So exciting. Oh my god. Needless to say, I'm a fan of Law. And I also bought a book about Ace's story. But yeah, it's very exciting. I love buying manga. It's very fun. But yeah, My Hero Academia is pretty good. I did have a tough time actually watching it because I think the like school aspect of it is really boring and I couldn't care less. So usually when those scenes happened, I kind of just hoped they would end really quickly. But the last season of it was really good, really, really good. I really enjoyed it. So I'm glad I went through it so I can, watch this new season and everything. But class stuff, boring. The pouch is gooey and sticky. Ew, don't say that. Is it? Is it gooey? I knew it was like not fussy, like not warm and fluffy and stuff, but gooey and sticky? Ew. I mean, it's their business, I have no business commenting on their pouches. A friend did show me this one OVA where the bad guy was this guy who could make everyone laugh by just smiling at them. Ooh. That's pretty cool. What a positive guy. How great. Does The Way of Water have the same main characters as the first? I've seen stuff for that new movie, but I've been confused. No one looks familiar. So, a lot of things have changed. So it's still got the main characters. Yes, it's got, I forgot all their names. It's got the main couple from the first movie. They have kids now, so they've got 3 kids, and then like one of the humans died in a previous, not like multiple people died, but she like got reincarnated or something. Really weird, really weird. Then there's also a human child. I forgot what his name is as well. So there are new characters, but there's also like old characters in a new form. But there's 2 definitely same persons. 2 definitely, yes. Yes, that are just the same. So yes. I would still recommend watching it. Like, it's still an interesting watch. I just thought the story was like a bit not going anywhere. But it's still fun. I still enjoyed it. Hello from Norway, and thank you to whoever gave me a stuff. I think it was Koopsie. Hi, Fred. Hello. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, you have to thank Koopsie. He gifted a bunch of subs. Welcome. I hope you've been doing well. I hope you had a nice Halloween. I hope you're taking care of yourself. No, not really. That winter depression. My blinds are mostly closed than the last time. I've been sleeping daily, more than 16 hours. I wake up like 7 a.m. and put in a stream, go sleep, wake up and put on a stream, and so on while eating something. Not even one time. Oh, it seems like you're spending too much time on like while watching streams and being online and stuff. What does your day usually consist of? Do you not have like work and everything? Like, are you making sure to go out, eating properly, getting some nutrients in? That would already help a lot. Okay, that's good. I'm glad they didn't go really far in the future and made them die or something after Jake lived for them for a while and having the PO. No, definitely not. They just had kids, so it's like I don't know, like 12 years later or something. Their kids look 12. I don't actually know how old they are, but something like that. So it is quite a few years in the future because they have kids now, but yeah. Obviously Jake's human died in the previous movie, so now he is a proper like avatar reincarnated. So he is that character now. But they're still like humans, but they're different humans. Yeah, I don't know if you'll like it. There's a bunch of like weird stories that I'm kind of like, eh. Yeah. Just watch it is what I would say. Yeah. The main thing I've been thinking of watching in the cinema is the new Demon Slayer movie. I really want to watch it. I feel like so many people hate it because it's, so popular, but it's popular for a reason. Is it the best anime of all time? No. But I feel like it's unique in its own way, and I like it. I think it's a good story. I'm enjoying it. I'm hyped. I don't want to watch it. Of course I have work and everything, but in the last time I don't have any motivation at all. I mostly just try to forget about how I feel, which is why I watch streams mostly, to forget about my feelings. Have you been to a therapist about it, perhaps? I feel like therapists really help with putting your feelings into words. Like, I've been to therapy multiple times, and like they kind of just help you understand what you're feeling, you know? So it's not like I'm saying like you need therapy, but sometimes it can help, you know? But anyway, I'll be fine somehow. I am still here after something else that happened. Well, still, I want you to be okay. I want you to take care of yourself. Obviously, you're the only one that can take that step. But I definitely think it would help to go outside in your free time a bit, Do some nature basking. That always helps me. Looking at trees and shit and pointing at a frog. Frogs are really cute. Staring at ducks. Yeah. I love staring at ducks and saying, "Oh my god, it's a duck!" And I just go quack. Eating cake while watching ducks. Yeah. It's a great time. Yeah. Those are my hobbies nowadays. Going to parks and eating cake. I'm basically Marie Antoinette. Perfect. The bad guys from the first movie got through back by installing their consciousness and memories in avatar bodies or something like that. Yeah, not too many spoilers, obviously, but yeah, like weird shit like that. I normally just enjoy the ride for movies and stuff. Honestly, I'm just the kind of person who enjoys the journey, the good parts throughout. I love a good story, of course. I love resonating with characters and story moments, but it just makes going out to see stuff easier. No expectations, just fun. I get that. I'm kind of like that too. Like, I feel like I'm not too critical with movies. Because whenever there's like shows that people don't like The Walking Dead, everyone says, "Oh, only the first season was good," and I enjoyed all of it. I feel like I'm usually not that critical, so maybe this is just me trying to be critical. But like I said, it's still a good movie. I still enjoyed it. Like, I had a good time. So I get that. You just want to have a good time. That's fair. Sometimes you gotta just turn your brain off. I have been to therapy, but it didn't help me at all. Oh, I'm sorry. I will be somehow fine. Just don't worry about me. But anyways, of course I worry. I want you to be okay. I want everyone to be okay, Because I get it, Sometimes it's easy to dip. I definitely, well, me personally, I get a lot of seasonal dips. Like winter time. Oh boy. I need all the Christmas I can get, But anyway, how was your last few days? Oh shit. Ooh. Sorry, I forgot that you can see my stream. I mean screen. Okay, there's nothing in there that's like info that you're not allowed to know. That's fine. I forgot that that Koopsie doesn't have keys. So I have to go open the door. I will be right back. But my last few days were kind of shit, actually. I was working with a person I really don't like. I was working with a person I really don't like because she's like really, really bitchy. And I thought it was in my mind. I was like, oh, I'm just overreading this. She doesn't hate me. But then today, I talked to my colleague, and she said, yeah, like she brought it up on her own. She's like, yeah, sometimes she can be like a bit harsh, a bit stern with her words. And I was like, oh, hallelujah, I'm not crazy. So that was really nice. It was a good, like, finish of my week, I think. Because this whole week I've been thinking, why does she hate me? But apparently she just hates everyone. Thank God. Not that I mind that people don't like me. It's just like, you know, this whole week she's just been kind of, yeah, just like really stern. Like when I do something wrong, like the other day I had it where I misunderstood something about the menu. So I thought it included, like it's a set menu basically where you get a bunch of things together, right? And basically it was salad or coleslaw, not salad and coleslaw. And I thought it was. I thought it was I thought it was both, right? And I've been doing this the whole week. But then yesterday, she was like, Noah. Like, okay, she didn't say it like that, but she was like, Noah, it is not coleslaw and salad. It is coleslaw or salad. And I was like, oh, I thought it was both. And she's like, no. That's the way she speaks. Like, come on. When you hear someone speak to you like that, do you not think that they don't like you? But yeah, terrifying. And she did that. She did that in front of customers, so that was not fun. But yeah, I love listening to you yapping about your past few days. Me just watches. I'll probably go sleep again or something. Please take care. Well, don't sleep too much. That's not good for your mind either, okay? But you take care. I'm sorry for, like, bringing up too much, okay? Don't have to talk about it if you don't want as well, of course. Yeah, I love the last Jurassic World that came out, the plot of it, pretty cool. There was lots of cool action-packed scenes. My only grip was how it ended so abruptly. I actually haven't seen it. I saw the one before then, because I thought that was gonna be the last one. Because they brought, like, the previous actors from Jurassic Park and stuff in it, so it felt like a real finisher. And then it wasn't. I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed. But anyway, we enjoy movies, yes. But yes, I will be right back. I'm just gonna open the door for Koopsie. Yes. Be right back, yes. I won't be long.
Right, I am back. Let's go back to reading, shall we? It's been ages.
I feel like we always get lost in conversation, don't we?
But that's a good sign, you know? I'm glad we can talk. It's good to talk sometimes. Right.
Probably should focus on gathering more event tombstones for the rest of the night, since I like to get like that beautiful Eastern canopy bed that has actual life sakura trees. Damn, as corner pillars. That is sick. Chapter 3. When I had attained the age of 17, my parents resolved that I should become a student at the University of Ingolstadt. I had hitherto attended the schools of Geneva, but my father thought it necessary for the completion of my education that I should be made acquainted with other customs than those of my native country. Okay, that's fair. My departure was therefore fixed at an early date, but before the day resolved upon could arrive, the first misfortune of my life occurred, an omen, as it were, of my future misery. Elizabeth had caught the scarlet fever. Her illness was severe, and she was in the greatest danger. During her illness, many arguments had been urged to persuade my mother to refrain from attending upon her. She had at first yielded to our entreaties, but when she heard that the life of her favorite was menaced, she could no longer control her anxiety. She attended her sickbed. Her watchful attentions triumphed over the malignity of the distemper. Elizabeth was saved, but the consequences of this imprudence was fatal to her preserver. On the third day my mother sickened. Her fever was accompanied by the most alarming symptoms, and the looks of her medical attendants prognosticated the worst event. On her deathbed, the fortitude and benignity of this best of women did not desert her. She joined the hands of Elizabeth and myself. "My children," she said, "my firmest hopes of future happiness were placed on the prospect of your union. This expectation will now be the consolation of your father. Elizabeth, my love, you must supply my place to my younger children. Alas, I regret that I am taken from you, unhappy and beloved as I have been. Is it not hard to quit you all? But these are not thoughts befitting me. I will endeavor to resign myself cheerfully to death, and will indulge a hope of meeting you in another world." Oh, she died calmly, and her countenance expressed affection even in death. I need not describe the feelings of those whose dearest ties are rent by that most irreparable evil, the void that presents itself to the soul, and the despair that is exhibited on the countenance. It is so long before the mind can persuade itself that she whom we saw every day, and whose very existence appeared a part of our own, can have parted forever. That the brightness of a beloved eye can have been extinguished, and the sound of a voice so familiar and dear to the ear can be hushed, never more to be heard. These are the reflections of the first days, but when the lapse of time proves the reality of evil, then the actual bitterness of grief commences. Yet from whom has not that rude hand rent away some dear connection? And why should I describe a sorrow which all have felt and must feel? The time at length arrives when grief is rather an indulgence than a necessity, and the smile that plays upon the lips, although it may be deemed a sacrilege, is not banished. My mother was dead, but we had still duties which we ought to perform. We must continue our course with the rest and learn to think ourselves fortunate whilst one remains whom the spoiler has not seized. My departure for My departure for Ingolstadt, which had been deferred by these events, was now again determined upon. I obtained from my father a respite of some weeks. It appeared to me sacrilege so soon to leave the repose, akin to death, of the house of mourning, and to rush into the thick of life. I was new to sorrow, but it did not the less alarm me. I was unwilling to quit the sight of those that remained to me, and above all, I desired to see my sweet Elizabeth in some degree consoled. She indeed veiled her grief and strove to act a comforter to us all. She looked steadily on life and assumed its duties with courage and zeal. Zeal? She devoted herself to those whom she had been taught to call her uncle and cousins. Never was she so enchanting as at this time, when she recalled the sunshine of her smiles and spent them upon us. She forgot even her own regret in her endeavors to make us forget. The day of my departure at length arrived. Clerval spent the last evening with us. He had endeavored to persuade his father to permit him to accompany me and to become my fellow student, but in vain. His father was a narrow-minded trader, and saw idleness and ruin in the aspirations and ambition of his son. Henry deeply felt the misfortune of being debarred from a liberal education. He said little, but when he spoke, I read in his kindling eye, and in his animated glance, a restrained but firm resolve not to be chained to the miserable details of commerce. We sat late. We could not tear ourselves away from each other, nor persuade ourselves to say the word farewell. It was said, and we retired under the pretense of seeking repose, each fancying that the other was deceived. But when at morning's dawn I descended to the carriage which was to convey me away, they were all there, my father again to bless me, Clerval to press my hand once more, my Elizabeth to renew her entreaties that I would write often, and to bestow the last feminine attentions on her playmate and friend. I threw myself into the chaise that was to convey me away, and indulged in the most melancholy reflections. I, who had ever been surrounded by amiable companions, continually engaged in endeavoring to bestow mutual pleasure. I was now alone. In the university whither I was going, I must form my own friends, and be my own protector. My life had hitherto been remarkably secluded and domestic, and this had given me invincible repugnance to new countenances. I loved my brothers, Elizabeth and Clerval. These were old, familiar faces, but I believed myself totally unfitted for the company of strangers. Such were my reflections as I commenced my journey. But as I proceeded, my spirits and hopes rose. I ardently desired the acquisition of knowledge. I had often, when at home, thought it hard to remain during my youth cooped up in one place, and had longed to enter the world and take my station among other human beings. Now my desires were complied with, and it would indeed have been folly to repent. Oh. Hi, Meg. Hi, Tom. Ew, reading. Ew. How are you today? Also, Meg, are you here for Guild Wars 2? I don't know anything about Guild Wars, by the way. What kind of game is it? What is it comparable to? Yum, yum, yum. Waiting for my Guild Wars 2 content. I will check it out. I will check it out. I actually haven't had a chance to do anything yet. I have showered. I have made dinner. And that is it. And I also ate a Frankenstein. Oh, it was so good. Oh, it was amazing. Sandbox story-driven MMO, but very chill. Interesting. Is it actually proper? Because you said it's free. And I think that's concerning. I'm not sure. Maybe Elder Scrolls Online? What do you mean Elder Scrolls? What's this about Guild Wars 2? Mag wants me to play Guild Wars 2 with him. Are you starting a third MMO? Listen! He wants me to start it. Oh my god. Base game is F2P, but lots of expansions if you get into it. Interesting. Oh, free to play, sorry. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Sorry guys, I was talking to Koopsie because I asked him to make me a tea. Sorry, when Koopsie comes in, I mute because obviously it's a private conversation. But yeah, I was asking for a tea. I was like, please make me a tea, I am so cold. He's making me a chamomile. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, very nice. He was asking if you installed Guild Wars 2, wasn't he? Because he's playing as well. He's not playing. He hasn't said yes. I doubt he will. I mean, he might actually. He might indulge you. I don't know. He's too addicted to League. I think you'll have to like convince him to stop playing League first. It's always League first, even before me. Yes. Yes. Nah, everyone was being lame. I kicked them all from the group. You did? Wait, I'm gonna check. Did you actually? Wait, you kicked me from the group as well? What the fuck? I didn't even realize. You've just taken care. You just deleted the group? That is crazy. I really need to make a book club like role. I need to figure out how to do that. I'm gonna ask Koopsie. He knows things. Yeah, I'm gonna make a book club role, so I have to like stop remembering who's in the book club, and I could just tag like book club. I'm sick of all these Debbie Downers. They just don't wanna. They just don't want to play a new MMO. That's all. I mean, it's not a random game. It's full-on MMO. I get that they don't wanna, but I'll check it out. That's what I said I'd do. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Don't give it to me, please. I wasn't planning to. Don't worry. You're not welcome anyway. I mean, you are, but you don't want to be welcome, so. But how have you been, Tom? What have you been up to? Let's continue reading. The next morning, I delivered my letters of introduction and paid a visit to some of the principal professors. Chance, or rather the evil influence, the angel of destruction, which asserted omnipotent sway over me from the moment I turned my reluctant steps from my father's doors, led me first to Mr. Kremp, professor of natural philosophy. He was an uncouth man, but deeply imbued in the secrets of his science. He asked me several questions concerning my progress in the different branches of science appertaining to natural philosophy. I replied carelessly and partially in contempt, mentioning the names of my alchemists as the principal authors I had studied. The professor stared. "Have you," he said, "really spent your time in studying such nonsense?" Oh goodness. "I have not ran for 3 days, so I'm extremely grumpy. How come you haven't run? Have you just not had any time, or did you just not want to? What happened?" I replied in the affirmative. "Every minute," continued Mr. Kremp with warmth, "every instant that you have wasted on those books is utterly and entirely lost. You have burdened your memory with exploded systems and useless names. Good God, in what desert land have you lived, where no one was kind enough to inform you that these fancies which you have so greedily imbibed are 1,000 years old, and as musty as they are ancient? I little expected in this enlightened and scientific age to find the disciple of Albertus Magnus and Paracelsus. My dear sir, you must begin your studies entirely anew." Goodness. What? That was the first introduction to him. Goodness me. Thank you for the follow, Shadow. How are you today? Hello. "I've been getting bad dystonia in my leg." Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, it's better to rest then. Don't force it. Need to go back to my neurologist to get it checked out. Yeah, definitely don't force it. Well, take this time to do something else you like doing. What else do you like doing besides running? Surely there's something else. Thank you so much. Wow, did you steal that? Baby, you're not supposed to steal things. We've got a thief in the house. He has a tendency to steal beer glasses from pubs. Oh, goodness me. So saying, he stepped aside and wrote down a list of several books treating of natural philosophy which he desired for me to procure, and dismissed me after mentioning that in the beginning of the following week he intended to commence a course of lectures upon natural philosophy in its general relations, and that Mr. Waldman, a fellow professor, would lecture upon chemistry the alternate days that he omitted. I returned home, not disappointed, for I have said that I had long considered those authors useless whom the professor reprobated. But I returned not at all the more inclined to recur to these studies in any shape. Mr. Kremp was a little squat man with a gruff voice and a repulsive countenance. The teacher... Oh, thank you for subscribing, Tom. Thank you. 5 months already, eh? It's almost been half a year. It's gone so fast, don't you think? Goodness me. Welcome to the gang. Welcome to the gang. We've welcomed a lot of people to the gang today. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Has been following for 1 year and 5 months. That's crazy. Took you a year to join the show. Well, I think you were lurking for a long time, weren't you? Which is crazy to think, honestly. It's so weird to me that, like, some people will lurk for that long and never say anything. Really makes you think, like, who's watching me, you know? Ooh. I mean, Senti for the longest time just watched me and didn't say anything. And that's fine, obviously, this is not a problem. But it just makes me think, like, interesting. Yeah, hospital type of stuff. Yeah, of course, he told me. But it's just, you know, crazy. Well, welcome back to the gang. Welcome. I returned home not disappointed, for I have said that I had long considered those authors useless, whom the professor reprobated, but I returned not at all the more inclined to recur to these studies in any shape. Mr. Cramp was a little squat man with a gruff voice and a repulsive countenance. The teacher, therefore, did not repossess me in favor of his pursuits. In rather a too philosophical and connected a strain, perhaps, I have given an account of the conclusions I had come to concerning them in my early years. As a child, I had not been content with the results promised by the modern professors of natural science, with a confusion of ideas only to be accounted for by my extreme youth and my want of a guide on such matters. I had retrod the steps of knowledge along the path of time, and exchanged the discoveries of recent inquirers for the dreams of forgotten alchemists. Besides, I had a contempt for the uses of modern natural philosophy. It was very different when the masters of science sought immortality and power. Such views, although futile, were grand. But now the scene was changed. The ambition of the inquirer seemed to limit itself to the annihilation of those visions on which my interest in science was chiefly founded. I was required to exchange chimeras of boundless grandeur for realities of little worth. I have yet to make a sizable donation to the gang. That's okay, I require no donation. I feel like the most important thing to me... Hello! Hi, Sky! Hi, how are you today? Hello, how is your stream? I watched a little bit of your stream recently. You were playing Jackbox, and you guys were drawing, and you guys are like, you and your friends? Genuinely so good. It's very enjoyable. How fast you guys, like, think of things. But I didn't say anything because everyone was speaking Russian. So I was like, ooh, I don't know what's going on. So I just kind of let it happen, you know? But hi, guys. I hope you're doing well. Welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. But yeah, the most important thing to me is, you know, that people enjoy their time so much that they come back, you know? That's the main important thing to me. And also clips. Clips are really helpful. It, like, makes it so I have less work, first of all. And, like, I can post them as funny TikToks and stuff. It's just so helpful. And it, like, really... Because I'd love to have a stream deck, actually. That'd be really helpful. So I could just press it every time I want to clip something. But I don't. So for now, it's really annoying to, like, clip things. Hopefully in the future. We've been drawing a lot. Yeah, I noticed. We drew so much that we decided to come to you. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you come to me if you've drawn a lot? But thank you so much that you did. Wolf has, like, rated, like, what, 3 times now? It's been quite a few times. Goodness me. You must really like me. Nice. But yeah, what did you draw today? What are you working on today? We are reading some Frankenstein this moment. Very enjoyable. Lots of difficult words, but very enjoyable so far. We're reading Frankenstein by Mary Shelley today. Before this, we read Carmilla. I liked Carmilla, but I also didn't like Carmilla. I feel like the end was very rushed,
but the contents of it was very good. Like, I enjoyed the way there, but I didn't enjoy the destination, if you understand what I mean. We painted masterpieces. What did you paint? What did you make? It was a meme, wasn't it? It was something funny. I'm feeling it was something funny. Yes. Well, what I saw yesterday, I think, or the day before, was very cool. Are you reading The Princess Bride next? Wait, The Princess Bride is also a book? I don't know. It seems really silly. I speak English a bit, so happy to see that I'm understood right. Yeah, of course. You speak English fine. Like, your English is great. Yes, yes. In general, the wolf said to draw dragons, but then he said that you could draw anything. Interesting. And what was that anything that you guys drew? Such were my reflections during the first 2 or 3 days of my residence at Ingolstadt, which were chiefly spent in becoming acquainted with the localities and the principal residents in my new abode. But as the ensuing week commenced, I thought of the information which Mr. Kremp had given me concerning the lectures. And although I could not consent to go and hear that little conceited fellow deliver sentences out of a pulpit, I recollected what he had said of Mr. Waldman, whom I had never seen, as he had hitherto been out of town. Very good English, my friend. Yes, it is. You speak English just fine. I drew a dragon from... Oh, wow. I love the dragon from Spirited Away. That's so cool. Ooh, I wonder what it looks like now. But yeah, this is like the second raid today. I've been getting a lot of raids lately. Yeah, it's very good luck lately. Goodness me. So thank you so much. Guys, please do follow Sky. He has really cool drawings. He does speak Russian in his streams, I think, most of the time. So if you don't speak Russian, that might be difficult. But if you just want to watch something, draw something cool, definitely cool. Getting the exposure you deserve. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Oh, wait. What, me? No. I don't think my streams are very impressive or anything. I think there's much cooler streamers out there, but I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys enjoy my streams. I don't really do very much, and I'm always late, so I don't know why you're still here. If this was a job, I would have been fired like a long time ago. But, I mean, I still show up. It's not like I don't show up. I mean, sometimes I don't show up, but I do tell you that I'm not gonna show up. But I'm usually like 15 or 20 minutes late, and that's pretty bad, I think. But honestly, maybe in my description on my... I've been thinking about this. Maybe in my description of my Twitch account, I should say, take all my time schedules plus 15 minutes. Like, put plus 15 minutes on all my time, and that's when I will actually be there. Because that's usually, I think, how long it takes me for me to start streaming. Sorry, I might make mistakes in my sentences. I'm learning English on Duolingo and YouTube. Hey, you're doing great. You're doing great. And so good for you that you're learning English, you know? Hell yeah, brother. I'm trying to learn French. I mean, I've been trying to learn French for like the past 10 years, but you know, who's counting? Not me. I am counting. I'm very ashamed. I should speak it by now, but I do not. Actually, it's been longer than 10 years. 14 years? No, wait. Yeah. 14. I've been learning it for 14 years and I still don't speak French. Well, it's actually not actively, I suppose. I've been doing it in school for like 14 years. But only the past few years have I actually started stopped like picking it up in my own personal time and started like reading French books and stuff. So I suppose I would say maybe like 2 years or something. But I've always like had it in school, university, everything. I studied French in college. Ooh, okay. How well would you say you speak it? Like, do you speak French well, or are you comfortable speaking it? If this was a job you'd get paid to, that is a good point, say. Maybe I should say that next time you guys complain that I'm late. I'll be like, pay me then. Yeah, it's pretty good. Giving fuel to the fire. We have a fire right there. Also, I've been meaning to ask, is this fireplace too loud? This is not too loud, is it? It's been like 2 hours and I only asked you now, but like, is the volume okay? It's not too loud, you can hear me, it's not bothersome. Make it a bit funny, like, I'm not always on time. Yes, I have a life. Well, it's more like, I wouldn't call it a life. Because usually the reason I'm late is because I get home from work, I want to get everything done. So I do the dishes, hang up washing if I've got some, you know, make dinner, clean everything up, shower. And usually it takes me just a bit longer than when I'm supposed to start. It's just so... I don't like going to sit down and relaxing and then doing all my tasks. I need to do it and then relax. Because relaxing me is not gonna do it. I don't trust relaxing me, okay? You shouldn't trust relaxing me. She's lazy. That's me. I'm probably gonna do some stuff after this, but still, usually. The only thing I remember is some poem about a grasshopper. Tell me about this poem. I really like your pronunciation in English. It's so clear, it's so easy to understand you. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. I'm glad you understand me, you know? But yeah, I do feel like sometimes my pronunciation is actually not good. Especially when I'm at work and I'm talking to customers. Sometimes they'll be like, what? What? What did you say? So maybe that's why I try to pronounce everything very clearly. Yes. If you were on time, I'd have to stop posting Mr. Bean gifts. And is that bad? You shower 2 times a day. No, I don't. I shower once a day. I shower at the end of the day. I never shower in the morning. Like, usually when I do that, it's a very big exception. It's because, like, when I go to work, you know, I handle trash, I clean, I handle food. So, like, me and my clothes smell like food. So I just feel really gross at the end of the day. So I cannot shower in the morning. There's just no point. There's no point. Why would I shower in the morning? I'm gonna get dirty anyway. Like, I'm like a firm believer of getting into bed clean. Like, bed is clean space. You need to have showered. That's why when Kubzi hasn't showered in the day, I will not allow him in the bed. I will say, go shower or sleep on the floor. No, that's not what I say. But that's what I'm thinking. But yes, no, he would never sleep on the floor. I love him too much. But I do say, like, no, you are going to shower now. I'm a very strict person, yes. I don't think my children are going to have very much fun. But that's fine. They're not there to have fun. They're there to obey. Sounds so evil. But I do think I'm gonna be strict. Not like mega strict, like not the army strict, you know? But like follow the rules strict, maybe? Yes. Should I write you a poem in French? I just don't know if I can write it in English. Yeah, write me the poem in French, please. I guess it depends on your career. Yeah, no, actually, I kind of just always have done that. I just always feel gross when I go outside, you know? Like when I went to university, I would get a bit sweaty. You know, because like I'd have to walk really fast to get to school, and then I'd have to sit on public transport and all that. And it just makes me, I don't know, when you go outside, you get dirty because you touch so many things, you know, and it makes me feel a bit gross. I just kind of need to shower. I feel like it's also a good like reset after a long day. Like you kind of just shower your troubles away. Do you know what I mean? Like I think it's good to shower at the end of the day as like a clear separation between that and this, you know, like now it's over. You're someone else now. Are you talking about your boyfriend, so that he takes a shower and sleeps on the bed with you, or that he doesn't shower and sleeps on the floor? I am talking about my partner, yes, my boyfriend. It's just like when he has a day that he hasn't showered. This doesn't happen, by the way. It has happened like once, twice or something in like our entire relationship. Like he showers, don't worry, he's a clean person. That's not what I'm trying to say. But if he hasn't showered, I won't allow him in the, like I'll tell him to shower. I don't want him in the bed. I'm like, no, you've got outsideness on you in the shower right now. I told you my morning routines, that's why I shower. Oh, you do shower twice. Oh, you shower twice a day. I thought you said that I shower twice a day. And I was like, no. Okay, let's read this. Sauterelle. Car c'est aujourd'hui jeudi. I'm already catching some mistakes. je sauterai, nous dit-elle. Du lundi au samedi, sauterelle à travers tout le quartier. Sautez donc, mademoiselle, puisque c'est votre métier. Thank you for the poem. What is it about? What does sauter mean? It is lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi. So today it's Thursday. I don't know what soul means. Us, she says. The Monday till Saturday. Jump, grasshopper, because today is Thursday, I will jump. Oh, jump, okay. He told us from Monday to Saturday, jump, grasshopper. Sauterelle. Interesting. So, sauterelle. Oh, wow. Okay, that's fun. I like that. Across the whole countryside, jump, mademoiselle, because this is your profession. I translated this especially for you. Thank you. I appreciate you translating that. Yes, I did not know the word for jump. That is so funny though, that jump and grasshopper are like similar words. I suppose because they are the similar league. That is fun. I like that. Thank you, Mira. And thank you for the follow as well, by the way. ChatGPT. What is? But thank you. Okay, let's continue reading as well. I don't want to neglect this book too much. We are definitely yappers. I feel like we're not, I'm not good at concentrating. I feel like I constantly talk to you, but I suppose that's the point of a stream, isn't it? So that's okay. Also, we're getting so many followers nowadays. It's making me really happy. It really seems like we might get to 900 before the year ends. But then again, we've only got like a little more than a month left, so I don't know. We'll see. But that'd be so fun, because I said if we get to 900 followers, I will do a karaoke stream. If we get to 1,000 followers, I will do another live cooking stream. Yes. So goodness me. But the condition is that it has to be by the end of the year. Otherwise, no. Yes, let's continue reading. Partly from curiosity and partly from idleness, I went into the lecturing room, which Mr. Waldman entered shortly after. This professor was very unlike his colleague. He appeared about... You're so cool. I think you'll succeed in the future. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's so sweet. Now I'm going to bed. It's already... Oh, goodness. Yes, very late. Please do go to bed. Thank you for joining. Thank you for staying around and have a good sleep. How do you say goodbye in Russian? I know privet is hello. I know kagdila is how are you, but I don't know what goodbye is. Do write it in like non-Russian letters, because obviously I can't speak Russian letter. I can't read Russian letters. If you can, if you want to. Poka. Ah, poka. Okay, nice. Thank you. Poka. Yes. Good to know. Good to know. My Russian friend. Yes. Good night. Have a good eve. Let's continue. Sorry. He appeared... Wait, what time is it? 22, so that's... 37. He appeared about 50 years of age, but with an aspect expressive of the greatest benevolence. Boobs. A few gray hairs covered his temples, but those at the back of his head were nearly black. Boobs. His person was short, but remarkably erect, and his voice the sweetest I had ever heard. Boobs. He began his lecture by a recapitulation of the history of chemistry and the various improvements made by different men of learning. Boobs.
Right now.
Pronouncing with fervor the names of the most distinguished discoverers. Boobs. He then took a cursory view of the present state of the science and explained many of its elementary terms. After having made a few preparatory experiments, he concluded with a panegyric upon modern chemistry, the terms of which I shall never forget. Boobs. The ancient teachers of this science, said he, promised impossibilities and performed nothing. Boobs. The modern masters promise very little. They know that metals cannot be transmuted and that the elixir of life is a chimera, but these philosophers, boobs, whose hands seem only made to dabble in dirt and their eyes to pore over the microscope or crucible, have indeed performed miracles. Boobs. They penetrate into the recesses of nature and show how she works in her hiding places. Boobs. They ascend into the heavens. They have discovered how the blood circulates and the nature of the air we breathe. Boobs. They have acquired new and almost unlimited powers. They can command the thunders of heavens. Boobs. Mimic the earthquake and even mock the invisible world with its own shadows. Boobs. Such were the professor's words. Rather, let me say, such the words of the fate announced to destroy me. Boobs. As he went on, I felt as if my soul were grappling with a palpable enemy. One by one, the various keys were touched which formed the mechanism of my being. Boobs. Chord after chord was sounded, and soon my mind was filled with one thought, one conception, one purpose. Boobs. So much has been done, exclaimed the soul of Frankenstein. More, far more, will I achieve. Boobs. Treading in the steps already marked, I will pioneer a new way, explore unknown powers, and unfold the world of the deepest mysteries of creation. Boobs. I closed not my eyes that night. Boobs. My internal being was in a state of insurrection and turmoil. Boobs. I felt that order would thence arise, but I had no power to produce it. By degrees, after the morning dawn, sleep came. Boobs. I awoke, and my yesterday night's thoughts were as a dream, boobs. There only remained a resolution to return to my ancient studies and to devote myself to science, for which I believed myself to possess a natural talent, boobs. On the same day, I paid Mr. Waldman a visit, boobs. His manners in private were even more mild and attractive than in public, for there was a certain dignity in his mien during his lecture, which in his own house was replaced by the greatest affability and kindness, boobs. I gave him pretty nearly the same account of my former pursuits as I had given to his fellow professor, boobs. He heard with attention the little narration concerning my studies, and smiled at the names of Cornelius Agrippa and Paracelsus, but without the contempt that Mr. Kremp had exhibited, boobs. I was going to ask if I could join the Minecraft server, by the way. If it's not, it's fine. I can make a mod on my own instead, but I would rather play on yours. Like I've said before, it is not my Minecraft server. It is Say's Minecraft server. You can ask him if you can join. I don't know. It is like there's not that many people on there, but we are planning to do a fishing event soon. Maybe like next week or the week after. So he's going to whitelist a bunch of people, so that they can join for the event. So we can check it out then if you'd rather. But yeah, definitely be if you do join the server, definitely be respectful to all the builds, of course. Like, don't destroy anything, and ask help if you need to, you know. But yeah, obviously it is Say's server, so he makes the rules. Yes. He said that these were men to whose indefatigable zeal modern philosophers were indebted for most of the foundations of their knowledge, boobs. They had left to us as an easier task to give new names and arrange in connected classifications the facts which they in a great degree had been the instruments of bringing to light, boobs. The labors of men of genius, however, erroneously directed, scarcely ever fail in ultimately turning to the solid advantage of mankind, boobs. I listened to his statement, which was delivered without any presumption or affection, boobs, and then added that his lecture had removed my prejudices against modern chemists, boobs. I expressed myself in measured terms, with the modesty and deference due from a youth to his instructor, without letting escape inexperience in life would have made me ashamed any of the enthusiasm which stimulated my intended labors, boobs. I requested his advice concerning the books I ought to procure, boobs. I'm glad you can join, Tom. What are you gonna do when you join? What kind of Minecraft player are you? I am happy, said Mr. Waldman, to have gained a disciple, and if your application equals your ability, I have no doubt of your success, boobs. Chemistry is that branch of natural philosophy in which the greatest improvements have been and may be made, boobs. It is on that account that I have made it my peculiar study, but at the same time I have not neglected the other branches of science, boobs. A man would make but a very sorry chemist if he attended to that department of human knowledge alone, boobs. If your wish is to become really a man of science and not merely a petty experimentalist, I should advise you to apply to every branch of natural philosophy, including mathematics. Mathematics. I can never say that word, boobs. He then took me into his laboratory and explained to me the uses of his various machines, instructing me as to what I ought to procure, and promising me the use of his own when I should have advanced far enough in the science not to derange their mechanism. Boobs. He also gave me the list of books which I had requested, and I took my leave. Boobs. Thus ended a day memorable to me. It decided my future destiny. Boobs. Ooh, exciting.
I never really realized how deep this book actually goes into, like, the science of things. Because I feel like, you know, the movies obviously show the science of it, but it's very much more the fantasy element that is always shown, and not how, like, well, kind of how thorough this book is written. And I kind of like it, to be honest. Like, you can clearly tell, like, the passion that Victor holds for science and everything, and it's just really cute. I don't know. I think hearing and reading about people's passion is always very inspiring. It's just, I got lost on the 15-minute mark, boobs. Well, it's till 37, boobs. So it's like 5 more minutes, boobs. Yes. We're already at chapter 4, guys. From this day, natural philosophy, and particularly chemistry, in the most comprehensive sense of the term, became nearly my sole occupation, boobs. I read with ardor those works, so full of genius and discrimination, which modern inquirers have written on these subjects, boobs. I attended the lectures and cultivated the acquaintance of the men of science of the university, and I found even in Mr. Kremp a great deal of sound sense and real information, combined, it is true, with a repulsive physiognomy and manners, boobs, but not on that account the less valuable. Boobs. In Mr. Waldman, I found a true friend. His gentleness was never tinged with dogmatism, and his instructions were given with an air of frankness and good nature that banished every idea of pedantry, boobs. In 1,000 ways he smoothed for me the path of knowledge and made the most abstruse inquiries clear and facile to my apprehension, boobs. My application was at first fluctuating and uncertain, boobs. It gained strength as I proceeded, and soon became so ardent and eager that the stars often disappeared in the light of morning, whilst I was yet engaged in my laboratory, boobs. Thank you for the hydrate. I will drink my tea. Very nice. Very nice. Actually, I've been thinking, maybe I should wear glasses for this kind of stream. Do I even have glasses? No, I don't have normal glasses. I will look into it. I got glasses. I've got glasses too. No way, what a coincidence, boobs. As I applied so closely, boobs, it may be easily conceived that my progress was rapid, boobs. My ardor was indeed the astonishment of the students, and my proficiency that of the masters, boobs. Professor Kremp often asked me, with a sly smile, how Cornelius Agrippa went on, whilst Mr. Waldman expressed the most heartfelt exultation in my progress, boobs. 2 years passed in this manner, during which I paid no visit to Geneva, but was engaged, heart and soul, in the pursuit of some discoveries which I hoped to make, boobs.
None but those who have experienced them can conceive of the enticements of science, boobs. In other studies, you go as far as others have gone before you, and there is nothing more to know. But in a scientific pursuit, there is continual food for discovery and wonder, boobs. A mind of moderate capacity which closely pursues one study must infallibly arrive at great proficiency in that study. And I, who continually sought the attainment of one object of pursuit, and was solely wrapped up in this, improved so rapidly that at the end of 2 years I made some discoveries in the improvement of some chemical instruments, boobs, which procured me great esteem and admiration at the university, boobs. When I had arrived at this point and become as well acquainted with theory and practice of natural philosophy as depended on the lessons of any of the philosophers at Ingolstadt, boobs, my residence there being no longer conducive to my improvements, I thought of returning to my friends in my native town when an incident happened that protracted my stay, boobs. Here it comes, got the dip, take care, Noah. Oh, I'm sorry. Hope you have a nice rest of your evening and you can relax a bit. Thank you for popping in, I appreciate it, okay? You take care now. One of the phenomena which had peculiarly attracted my attention was the structure of the human frame, and indeed, any animal imbued with life. Whence I often asked myself, did the principle of life proceed? It was a bold question, and one which has ever been considered as a mystery. Yet with how many things are we upon the brink of becoming acquainted, if cowardice or carelessness did not restrain our inquiries. I revolved these circumstances in my mind, and determined thenceforth to apply myself more particularly to those branches of natural philosophy which relate to psychology. Unless I had been animated by an almost supernatural enthusiasm, my application to this study would have been irksome and almost intolerable. To examine the causes of life, we must first have recourse to death. I became acquainted with the science of anatomy, but this was not sufficient. I must also observe the natural decay and corruption of the human body. In my education, my father had taken the greatest precautions that my mind should be impressed with no supernatural horrors. I do not ever remember to have trembled at a tale of superstition, or to have feared the apparition of a spirit. Darkness had no effect upon my fancy, and the churchyard was to me merely the receptacle of bodies deprived of life, which, from being the seat of beauty and strength, had become food for the worm. Now I was led to examine the cause and progress of this decay, and forced to spend days and nights in vaults and charnel houses. My attention was fixed upon every object the most insupportable to the delicacy of the human feelings. I saw how the fine form of man was degraded and wasted. I beheld the corruption of death succeed to the blooming cheek of life. I saw how the worm inherited the wonders of the eye and brain. I paused examining and analyzing all the minutiae of causation as exemplified in the change from life to death, and death to life, until from the midst of this darkness a sudden light broke in upon me, a light so brilliant and wondrous, yet so simple, that while I became dizzy with the immensity of the prospect which it illustrated, I was surprised that among so many men of genius who had directed their inquiries towards the same science, that I alone should be reserved to discover so astonishing a secret. Remember, I am not recording the vision of a madman. The sun does not more certainly shine in the heavens than that which I now affirm is true. Some miracle might have produced it, yet the stages of discovery were distinct and probable. After days and nights of incredible labor and fatigue, I succeeded in discovering the cause of generation and life. Nay, more. I became myself capable of bestowing animation upon lifeless matter. Oh, we're getting to the zombie part. The astonishment which I had at first experienced on this discovery soon gave place to delight and rapture. After so much time spent in painful labor, to arrive at once at the summit of my desires was the most gratifying consummation of my toils. But this discovery was so great and overwhelming that all the steps by which I had been progressively led to it were obliterated, and I beheld only the result. What had been the study and desire of the wisest men since the creation of the world was now within my grasp. Not that, like a magic scene, it all opened up upon me at once. The information I had obtained was of a nature rather to direct my endeavors so soon as I should point them towards the object of my search, than to exhibit that object already accomplished. I was like the Arabian who had been buried with the dead and found a passage to life, aided only by one glimmering and seemingly ineffectual light. I see by your eagerness and the wonder and hope which your eyes express, my friend, that you expect to be informed of the secret with which I am acquainted. That cannot be. Listen patiently until the end of my story, and you will easily perceive why I am reserved upon that subject. I will not lead you on, unguarded and ardent as I then was, to your destruction and infallible misery. Learn from me, if not by my precepts, at least by my example, how dangerous is the acquirement of knowledge, and how much happier that man is who believes his native town to be the world, than he who aspires to become greater than his nature will allow. Ooh, that's a good quote. I like that. Goodness me. Mary Shelley, you are a genius. Thank you so much. Sipping my tea. When I found so astonishing a power placed within my hands, I hesitated a long time concerning the manner in which I should employ it. Although I possessed the capacity of bestowing animation, yet to prepare a frame for the reception of it, with all its intricacies of fibers, muscles, and veins, still remained a work of inconceivable difficulty and labor. Sorry, I'm just gonna find a different fireplace. I know I came like really late with this, but I feel like it's just a bit bothersome. This is much better. This is so much better. Goodness me. I'm so sorry that you had to listen to that this whole time. I hope it wasn't too bad. Now we need to see the window. It's like a really cute window. There we go. Much better. Should have done this ages ago, really. Feels like I'm in the room as well, you know what I mean? I doubted at first whether I should attempt the creation of a being like myself, or one of simpler organization, but my imagination was too much exalted by my first success to permit me to doubt of my ability to give life to an animal as complex and wonderful as man. The materials at present within my command hardly appeared adequate to so arduous an undertaking. But I doubted not that I should ultimately succeed. I prepared myself for a multitude of reverses. My operations might be incessantly baffled, and at last my work be imperfect. Yet when I consider the improvements which every day takes place in science and mechanics, I was encouraged to hope my present attempts would at least lay the foundations of future success. Nor could I consider the magnitude and complexity of my plan as any argument of its impracticability. It was with these feelings that I began the creation of a human being. As the minuteness of the parts formed a great hindrance to my speed, I resolved, contrary to my first intention, to make the being of a giant stature, that is to say, about 8 feet in height, and proportionably large. After having formed this determination, and having spent some months in successfully collecting and arranging my materials, I began. No one can conceive the variety of feelings which bore me onwards, like a hurricane, in the first enthusiasm of success. Life and death appeared to me ideal bounds, which I should first break through, and pour a torrent of fight into our dark world. A new species would bless me as its creator and source. Many happy and excellent natures would owe their being to me. No father could claim the gratitude of his child so completely as I should deserve theirs. Pursuing these reflections, I thought that if I could bestow animation upon lifeless matter, I might in process of time renew life where death has apparently devoted the body to corruption. These thoughts supported my spirits, while I pursued my undertaking with unremitting ardor. My cheek had grown pale with study, and my person had become emaciated with confinement. Sometimes, on the very brink of certainty, I failed. Yet still I clung to the hope which the next day or the next hour might realize. One secret which I alone possessed was the hope to which I had dedicated myself, and the moon gazed on my midnight labors, while with unrelaxed and breathless eagerness I pursued nature to her hiding places. Who shall conceive the horrors of my secret toil as I dabbled among the unhallowed damps of the grave, or tortured the living animal to animate the lifeless clay? My limbs now tremble, and my eyes swim with the remembrance, but then a resistless and almost frantic impulse urged me forward. I seemed to have lost all soul or sensation but for this one pursuit. It was indeed but a passing trance that only made me feel with renewed acuteness so soon as, the unnatural stimulus ceasing to operate, I had returned to my old habits. I collected bones from charnel houses and disturbed with profane fingers the tremendous secrets of the human frame. In a solitary chamber, or rather cell, at the top of the house, and separated from all the other apartments by a gallery and staircase, I kept my workshop of filthy creation. My eyeballs were starting from their starting from their sockets and attending to the details of my employment. The dissecting room and the slaughterhouse furnished many of my materials, and often did my human nature turn with loathing from my occupation, whilst, still urged on by an eagerness which perpetually increased, I brought my work near to a conclusion. These summer months passed while I was thus engaged, heart and soul, in one pursuit. It was a most beautiful season. Never did the fields bestow a more plentiful harvest, or the vines yield a more luxuriant vintage. But my eyes were insensible to the charms of nature, and the same feelings which made me neglect the scenes around me caused me also to forget those friends who were so many miles absent, and whom I had not seen for so long a time. I knew my silence disquieted them, and I well remembered the words of my father. I know that while you are pleased with yourself, you will think of us with affection, and we shall hear regularly from you. You must pardon me if I regard any interruption in your correspondence as a proof that your other duties are equally neglected. Oh, goodness. I knew well, therefore, what would be my father's feelings, but I could not tear my thoughts from my employments, loathsome in itself, but which had taken an irresistible hold of my imagination. I wished, as it were, to procrastinate all that related to my feelings of affection until the great object which swallowed up every habit of my nature should be completed. I then thought that my father would be unjust if he ascribed my neglect to vice or faultiness on my part, but I am now convinced that he was justified in receiving that I should not be altogether free from blame. A human being in perfection ought always to preserve a calm and peaceful mind, and never to allow passion or transitory desire to disturb his tranquility. I do not think that the pursuit of knowledge is an extension of this rule. If the study to which you apply yourself has a tendency to weaken your affections and to destroy your taste for those simple pleasures in which no alloy can possibly mix, then that study is certainly unlawful, that is to say, not befitting the human mind. If this rule was always observed, if no man allowed any pursuit whatsoever to interfere with the tranquillity of his domestic affections, Greece had not been enslaved, Caesar would have spared his country, America would have been discovered more gradually, and the empires of Mexico and Peru had not been destroyed. But I forget that I am moralizing in the most interesting part of my tale, and your looks remind me to proceed. My father made no reproach in his letters, and only took notice of my silence by inquiring into my occupations, more particularly than before. Winter, spring, and summer passed away during my labors, but I did not watch the blossom or expanding leaves, sights which before always yielded me supreme delight. So deeply was I engrossed in my occupation. The leaves of that year had withered before my work drew near to a close, and now every day showed me more plainly how well I had succeeded. But my enthusiasm was checked by my anxiety, and I appeared rather like one doomed by slavery to toil in their mines, or any unwholesome trade, than an artist occupied by his favorite employment. Every night I was oppressed by a slow fever, and I became nervous to a most painful degree. The fall of a leaf startled me, and I shunned my fellow creatures as if I had been guilty of a crime. Sometimes I grew alarmed at the wreck I perceived that I had become. The energy of my purpose alone sustained me. my labors would soon end, and I believe that exercise and amusement would then drive away incipient disease, and I promise myself both of these when my creation should be complete. Goodness, that was chapter 4. We are now at chapter 5. I'm unsure whether we should continue or not, because I do feel like we're getting closer to the end of stream, and I don't want to, like, continue too much. Chapter 5 seems like really long as well. What do you guys think? I don't want to start a new chapter that I'm not going to be able to finish, because then it's going to be hard to continue. Wait, have I skipped it? I think I've gone over it. Am I blind? No, here we go. Yeah, I suppose maybe the last, like, 20 minutes we can play some Minecraft? Why not? I hope everyone enjoyed that. If anyone's still here to listen, I hope you all didn't fall asleep. We got to chapter 5 of Frankenstein today. Another raid? That is crazy. Hello? Hi, author. How are you today? Welcome, welcome. How was your stream? I just finished my reading. I was now gonna play some Minecraft because I don't want to start another chapter because it's too long. But how are you? Are you a reader as well, or what did you stream? But we're just gonna play some Minecraft until I usually end. Well, it looks like I have somewhere to be, surprisingly, so I'll take my leave. Oh, okay. Bye, wise man. Thank you for popping in. Stream was good, thank you. I was working on a book I'm writing. You're writing a book? That's pretty cool. Ah, stop. Ruining my hair. Sorry, be right back, guys. Hello, I'm back. Sorry, my partner had to say something. But what book are you writing? What is it about? That's so cool. Going to stream it. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Very decaffeinated? Oh. Minecraft. Yeah, I'm just gonna stream Minecraft for a bit. It's just cause, like, you know, I don't know, I don't want to start a new chapter because it's too long and I will forget where I was. Welcome back. I'm working on a 1980s psychological horror novel. This will not do. Why is this not wood? This will not do at all. Senti? Me and Senti just placed 15,000 blocks and are about to place. Jesus Christ, you guys are working hard. Book 1 of a 4-book series. Oh my god. Are you going to write 4 books? That is so many. That's crazy. What are all these buttons for, by the way? That is insane. Did you just come up with this randomly? That's crazy. So do you already know the end of it all, or? Wait, where are the shulkers with the... Why is there a hole in the... Is this where the portal is? It is! Perfect! You took all the shulkers. How am I supposed to continue building now? What the hell? What the hell? But that's genuinely really impressive. Wow. Don't think I have the creative capacity to even think of a small story. But you're writing like 4 books. Crazy. So how far are you along? Like how many pages have you written already? Give me some oak. Bring me some oak, please. I'm incapable of doing my own things. Thank you. Also, this was your idea, so you have to provide. Yes, that's the rule. Also, you're just really nice, so you would do that, right? Yippee! Come meet us at the Nether Hub? Sure. Meow. Oop. Hello? Hello? Is anyone out there? Also, you two need to fix your voice mod. I don't want it talking in Minecraft. Also, you really need to make it clear that, like, this is where the entrance is. This is really not clear enough. There we go. Perfect. Thank you, Soy. Appreciate it. Hello? Oh my god. It's a pig. Help! Help, there's a pig! I am a helpless cat. Cynthia. Say hello. What pig? Pig over there. Pig man. Man in pig. Pig man over there. Straight ahead, sir. I saw him. Saw him straight ahead. Why? Why? I want the place to be lit up. It's so dark in here. It's gonna melt the ice we're gonna put in it. Why? Why would it melt it? That's not how it works, is it? Lanterns won't melt it, will it? Right? A lantern won't do it, surely. Surely not. Surely not. It's fine, I'll take them down when I rebuild the... No, but surely this is not gonna melt anything. Surely not. You must be crazy. Come pick up your blocks instead. But sir! It's aesthetically pleasing! Also, I don't have an axe here. I'll have to do it, so I'm sorry. Can you do this, please? I don't have an axe. I've just been punching things with my hands this whole time. Any light level above 10 will melt ice? Since when? What? You can use soul lanterns, they won't melt ice? How do you get soul lanterns? Darn it, fine. Since always! Well, I guess I don't use ice then. I don't know. That's just not how science works, really. I have it all figured out in the tunnels with careful placement. Okay, my bad, my bad, my bad. We'll put soul torches down then. Soul torches. Whoops, sorry. Remove the block right there. I'm sorry for being annoying. Oh. Hi, Paven, by the way. How are you today? Welcome, welcome. Okay, I removed another block. Yeah, this Minecraft block world doesn't obey the laws of science. What the fuck? I know, that's what I'm saying. That's crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god, why are you shooting me? I'm trying to fix your darn tunnel. Don't burn me. I'm trying to help you, motherfucker. Fuck you. How about that, huh? I'm okay, how are you? I'm okay as well. I'm hanging with Say, so that's not great. He's rude. He's always trying to kill me. Do you want oak or no? Yes. I do. Say is really nice to me. Well, that's good for you, said T. Sandy Hell's building tunnels and Noah rooms. I put them back together and then you shot me. I'm sorry. How is this fair? Craziness. Crazy little cat. I swear to God, this man is crazy. I'm stealing all your wood now because you don't deserve it. Ew, what is this disgusting sound? Why are you... Ugh. What is that disgusting sound, dude? That's disgusting. Get what you need. Oh, please. I hate that sound. Okay. I'm going now. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Oh, wait. I want some pots. Pots? Clay? Clay? Pots? Pots? Got pots? I got some dark wood in my bags. Got lots of oak. Got some oak saplings. I've got lanterns left. I don't have a lot of clay, to be honest. Oh, I'll find clay. It's okay. Do you have an axe as well? That would be helpful. Fireball. Okay, well, I can cook it. I think I have, like, things. Doesn't have to be a fancy axe, just, like a wood axe. Wood cutting axe. Yeah, I don't think I need any more greenery, I don't think. Take some iron and make an axe. Yes, sir. Where is your iron? Where is your iron, sir? Oh, right. You are so organized. There you go. It's okay, I'll make my own steaks. Thank you. For the rest, I don't think I need any greenery. I'll just use a boat if I want to find some green. Thank you so much. Meow. Okay, let's go. I don't think I'll find my way, but I'll try my best. Think it's this way. Soy, have you made a house? You're making the west? You're making the south? Oh, yes, south. You're making the castle ruins, aren't you? Are they like making it into your house, right? Very cool. When are you gonna when are you gonna do it? Well, not a ruin. Well, it was a ruin and you're making it now into a full-blown castle again, right? No? Me and a friend Quinn is gonna make a castle out of it. Cool. Who's Quinn? Have I met them before? I have? When? Alrighty. Where are we gonna make her? Ah! Jesus fucking Christ. Please get this shit out of me. Hello. Hi. Maybe she was one of the people I met on our trip through the UK. Oh. I see. Well, I have not met them. Yes. There are people underneath the place. What have you come? Have you come to Have you come to annoy me? I think you guys have come to annoy me. To bully me. Oh wait, I was gonna make an X, wasn't I? This place is really cute. I know, right? I've come to hang out and fish, of course. This is the fish place to be. Hey, stop! You're not fish. Stop! I'm working right now. Get out of here. You pest. Goodness me. Yeah, so Senti, this is the island we made. And then we've got a bunch of chests here, and these are gonna be the contendants chests. So they will have like signs with their names on them, and each person gets a chest, and that's where you put your fish in. And the person with the most fish is wins. Yes. I don't know what the price is gonna be if you win yet. She doesn't watch VTubers a lot, so I don't think she's seen you. Probably not, no. I didn't mean like has she seen me, I was just curious whether I've like met her or not. I have some ideas for multiple fishing games now. Oh really? Damn, you're really into this. Hell yeah. That's great. I need more sand, to be honest. On an adventure I go. I'm taking the coolest boat. I hope I can find this again. Let's hope I don't get lost. You could have just brought sand from my storage. That is true, but I didn't think about sand until now, you silly Billy. I didn't know. It's okay, we're surrounded by sand. Wait, that is already enough. I don't need that much. Wait, you're destroying the environment. Oh, that's clay. Perfect. Who's up? You are insane. This is way too much. Anyway. Is this the way? I think this is the way. This is the way. I know the way. Hi, Iron. Hello. It looks so tiny from here. But we will make it bigger. Meow. I want to add a boat and a harbor. Hello, Sandy. I saw you do that. You're destroying government property right now. Okay. Think we're gonna do it like how? Oh, cool. I picked up some clay as well. Here you go, I'm helpful. I'm helpful sometimes. Minecraft is so chill, guys. It just really brings peace of mind, don't it? Want some water breathing? No, it's okay. It's not much underwater, it's just like the little pillar things. Thank you. Ah, quick, 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 quick. Dude, mining underwater is so annoying. Oh my god, didn't even see him. Thank you. I could have died. I'll get you an Aqua Affinity helmet. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. Oops. Why does this not look right? Is it supposed to be here? Like, is it supposed to be like this? I'm gonna AFK and not for a few minutes. Don't do anything weird to me. It's almost like you're asking for it. It's almost like you want it. Of course, of course. I think Senti might do something weird to you. I have a feeling. What the fuck? What? What was that for? So aggressive. Thank you. Still aggressive though. How do we make a barrel again? Barrel? Barrel? Aqua Affinity lets you mine as fast underwater as normally. Oh, that makes sense. Hi, Maddie. How are you? Stop it! No. What have you done? I didn't quite need this many. Oh shit, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, I didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was breaking them. Wait, they're all separate? That's so annoying. Why have you done this? Why have you done this? Why are they so big? I didn't want big pots. But big pots are annoying. Stop it. Big pots are annoying because you can't actually place anything in it. Oh, you want the small flower pots? Yes! Yes, I did. Oh, then break them. Well, now I feel bad. You put so much effort into them. I'll keep one. How do you make a pot? Yeah, what have you been up to lately? I feel like I haven't seen you for ages. I've got short so much stuff in my bags, man. I just put the mirror for you to take and use. Oh, I see. Oh yes, I wanted to build a tree as well. I just put it over here. Cool. I'm gonna hit the bed. I'm very tired. Of course, yeah. I thought you went to bed ages ago. Don't worry. Have a nice sleep. Thank you for joining. Thank you for protecting chat. You're the best. Good night. Bye bye. Where is the crafting bench? Where is the bed? Where is the crafting bench? Why have you gotten rid of it? Where is it? Thank you. Hi, Edo. How are you today? Hello. How have you been? How has your Friday been? Have you been up to anything exciting? Senti just hiding here. Wait, do candles go out in the rain? No, sorry. I destroyed it because I didn't like that was stone, so I turned it into wood. Sorry. I didn't have anything to light it again. My bad. Whoopsie. Oh my god, griefing. No! I couldn't light them again, that's all. I put them right back, I did. What are these accusations? It could be better, but it's alright. Oh, how come you're not doing well? What happened? I'm okay. I've just been chilling, really. It's stone because wood is flammable, Noah. Not in Minecraft, it's not. It's fine. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. I bet you put candles near your bed. No, I don't use candles in real life. Do you? Anyone got flowers? Any flowers? I'm gonna go get some flowers. I'm out exploring, guys. Don't try to stop me. Is there anywhere I could put flower? Flower? What is this supposed to be? Is this a flower pot? Yeah. Yeah. You got any plans for the weekend, Edo? Anything fun happening? Oh goodness. I'm happy with how the barge and small island turned out. Me too. It is cute. Right. Where's my boat? Boat. Goodbye, guys. See you later. Noah, is it possible to see your old model if I'm not interrupting? Okay, so I've got a VOD channel. So, if you go to my YouTube, well, actually, or no, I think I removed them all from my channel here. So if you go to my, on my Twitch here, I've got my YouTube channel connected. So if you click on that, the bio includes my VOD channel, and that's where you can see my old model. Actually, I think I might have an old model video on my normal YouTube channel as well, but I'm not sure. But yeah, that's where you can find it. Sorry. I hope you understood that. That was a weird explanation. I tried my best. No problem. Why do you want to know? Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. What do you... Oh my god, it's an orange kitty! Someone a leash! A leash! Oh my god, that's the cutest cat ever! Does someone have a fish? Please! He's orange! I've never seen an orange cat! He's perfect. He should become the island cat. Come, come, come! I have fish, I'm fishing right now. Come, 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 come. I'm near the ship. I'm just really tired, not gonna lie, but as for the week, I'm really excited. A lot of sport to watch. That's good. I'm near the ship and the village. Oh, there you are. Hello. I'm over here. Oh my god, where did the cat go? Where did the cat go? No. Oh, there he is. I can see you flying. Hello. Hello, down here. Ow! Rude. Thank you. Just wanted to see again. Like, remember maybe? Remember what? What, like you've seen my streams when I had my previous model? Is that what you mean? Kitty, come back. Come back. Kitty, where you going to? Where is she going? Why is she not coming to me? Miss Cat, you have to get closer so she'll smell the fish. Yeah, but she keeps walking away. Is she my cat now? Mwah, 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 mwah. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Mwah, mwah. What happened? Okay, let's go. Yum, 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 yum. This is so exciting! I have a cat. I mean, I have two cats at home, but another cat. She's an island cat. If I get in the boat, does she get in my boat? I was about to say, there's not even any horse. A baby horse? I don't think I've ever seen a baby horse before. Wow. Cute. Oop. Cat Girl explains World of Warcraft lore for 4 hours. Haha, I like it. It's good. I'm glad you like it. I put a lot of effort into that, yes. Loads of things happening here. Where's my boat? I forgot. I think I left it in a very random place. That was such a good stream. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the Elder Scrolls. The Elder Scrolls lore stream, I'm wondering what's gonna be longer actually. Cause like I feel like WoW obviously has more expansions, but the lore in the Elder Scrolls is deeper. Where's my cat? Oh my god. Miss Cat, where are you? Kitty cat. Please. You're the island cat. You made it all the presentation by yourself? Yeah. Yeah, I did. I mean, I didn't like this lore is like I did like watch a lot of videos. Like the way I got my information was I watched a bunch of videos like throughout my life. I read a bunch of books and stuff, and obviously I played the games, but I did a bit of like extra research as well and then made the presentation. Yeah. It was very fun, honestly. I like proper concentrated on it for like weeks. It took ages. Get in, buddy. Are you in? Is he in? Where's he? Where's he? Cat. Nya. Oh my god. Get in the boat. Get in the boat. Why is she not getting in the boat? Oh, there we go. Oh! It's so cute. Adorable. Island cat. You're orange, so that means you're a goldfish. So that means you're my cat. Island cat. Hooray. Island. Wait, this is not the right way, is it? Is it? Hi, Shiro. How are you today? This is not the right way. Where are you going? I don't know. I have nothing going on. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where south is. Yeah, hello Shira, how are you today? How's your Friday been? You got any plans for the weekend? My plans for the weekend will be book club tomorrow, playing World of Warcraft tomorrow. I still haven't paid a subscription actually, but that's okay. And for the rest, streaming I suppose. Oh, and going to do some chores. Yippee. He's doing fine. Nothing interesting. I see. Well, it doesn't have to be interesting as long as you're chilling and you're hanging out, you know? So WoW weekends, huh? Well, I haven't played WoW in ages, but me and some people in chat are gonna play a WoW Classic together. We started ages ago, but then like Say's PC broke. Yes, we have an island cat. I'm sorry. Island girl. How do I break? Oh, okay. I was about to say, how do I break the boat without killing the cat? Oh, island cat. Woo, woo. Come. Island cat, come. Island cat. You are going to be sat over here. Being really cool. Yeah. Is its name just Island Cat? I haven't given it a name yet. Now you have to fish up. Oh my god, that's something we can do! Why don't we do like with the fishing contest? The first person that can like fish up a name tag. No, take it. Oh, that's all. Okay. Why don't we do it like when the first person that fishes up a name tag can name the cat, but it can't be anything offensive. It's still my baby. You can't be offensive. You are a little baby. My little baby. Well, nostalgia is great, that's for sure, and it's key for friends. Yeah, definitely. Have you played World of Warcraft yourself? You sound like you're familiar with it. This place is getting cozier by the day, guys. Yeah, I think I want to add quite a few more things to make it a bit bigger. Just so people have like multiple places to fish on, you know? I think that'd be cool. You got the harbor bit, you've got little islands. Maybe I'll add a boat as well. Ooh, I could add multiple boats. I want to add another small island. I think that's a good idea, yeah. We can have a lot of fun with this. I know what it is, the end. Do you not like World of Warcraft? Bad relationship, I see, I see. Grrr, she said. This is so real, Mr. Cat. Rather another hut on stilts. You guys are gonna take business away from Senti Island. Or you can make another Senti Island here. Perfect. I should probably sleep. I haven't slept for ages. Your cat is scaring the phantoms? She is? Good girl. By key, I meant my name. As for the game, I'm not... Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm not a big fan of MMORPGs, sorry. That's fair, that's fair. Don't worry, don't be sorry, don't be sorry. Yeah, you can hear her hissing. Well, I know she's hissing. I just didn't know that's actually scaring them away. You know? You know what I mean? But hello, Key. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Hello, hello. I'm Noah. I'm a main cat VTuber. I'm mainly an Elder Scrolls player, but I kind of play a whole bunch of things. I would more like if I had to describe myself, I would more describe myself as a variety streamer. Recently I got into reading books on stream. Today we were reading Frankenstein, but now I'm doing a bit of Minecraft after to chill out. But yeah, I do a whole bunch of things, just whatever I feel like in the moment, really. I've played what have I played before? I've played Outer Wilds, I've played Undertale, obviously Minecraft, Skyrim, Morrowind, Oblivion, Enderal. I've played small games as well, like Journey. Oh, I recently played Alien Isolation as well. Costume Quest. Oxenfree I've played as well. Really good game. Yeah, just a bunch of small games I've played as well. Just kind of like checking out a bunch of new things. Variety is nice. No need to be stuck in the category box. I quite agree. I mean, I kind of just stream whatever I want, really. So up until now, I've kind of just been playing Skyrim because I wanted to finish Skyrim. Like, that was my whole, like, quest, I suppose. And then I finished it, so, like, that's it, you know? I finished a game. I finished all the achievements. And then I also played the DLC. I played it modded, and then I kind of had enough. I was kind of like, yep, that's it for me. I've had enough. What kind of games do you like then? Whoopsie, I'm sorry. Whose shell did I pick up? Was that yours? That wasn't mine.
Zug zug.
Zug zug. But yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna do the Elder Scrolls stream, but I'm kind of planning to definitely finish it before the end of the year. So I might do it during like Christmas season as your Christmas gift. Obviously, I can't promise it. That is the goal at the moment. But I don't know how things are gonna go. Like, I've got so much left to do, like so much. Like every time I think I'm done, there's like more. It keeps coming. No. I did the Dawn era, I think, completely. I'll still kind of check if there's anything that I missed. Next I'm gonna do the first era and kind of figure it out. Like at first I did a lot of research and kind of just watched a lot of videos and then like researched more on like certain topics that they didn't elaborate on. So I just have a huge document with a bunch of like lore in it, and now I'm finally like actually putting it into a presentation. I just kind of wanted to make it understandable to myself first before I explain it to someone else. So yes, man, I spent a few hundred hours in the Elder Scrolls, but for what I prefer, Soul games are my pick for sure. Well, I think Soul games like look really pretty, and the lore also seems very interesting. It's just that the gameplay I cannot do. My character is not strong enough. If I die a few times, I'm like, well, I hate this game, and then I never play it again. And that's my relationship with Souls games. But I know they're supposed to be really, really good. I'm not a masochist, for real, for real. I bet you are, though. I bet all gamers are masochists. There's just not the way around it, truly. If you have to, like, die 90 times before you kill a boss, that's just bonkers. Why are you doing this to my tree? You monster! You better be putting that back, mister. I love a good challenge. Do you have some more oak? I do, yeah. Here. And here as well. Holy, no way. No way what? Well, maybe a little mass. Just a little bit. Right. Of course. Say, I put more wood down. You gotta pick it up. Thank you. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you so much for joining. The Elder Scroll presentation before 2026. I can't believe it. Yes, that is the plan, hopefully. Yes, very exciting, very exciting. I still have to do like a classic stream as well, like classic WoW, because you guys requested that I talk more about that because I didn't really explain very much. So I have to get into that as well. But yeah. Thank you so much for joining. It was very fun. We read a bunch of Frankenstein, and then we played some Minecraft. We streamed way longer than I anticipated, than I planned, but I was kind of just having fun. You know, when it comes to Minecraft, I feel like I easily stream so much longer than I intend to, because I'm like, I need to finish this. I need to finish this. And then we're like 10 hours later. It's very hard to like quit it. Oh yeah, bro, let me know. I'm canceling everything else. Hell yeah. I'm happy that you guys will be there. And thank you for the follow, Key. I appreciate it. Hope to see you around. Thank you for streaming. Nice to hang out. Yeah, we will hang out more tomorrow. Oh my god. It's not long at all. See you later, Gato Gator. That is an interesting goodbye. See you in Guild Wars? Now I have to make time for that too. Oh my god. I'm not gonna have like any free time left. I have to play all these games. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you so much for all the raids as well. He had 3 raids today. 3! Insanity. But yeah, good night everyone. It was so nice to see you. Eat enough and sleep enough and all that. Very important. If you don't, I will be in your walls and I don't pay rent. Good night everyone. Bye bye. See you on Sunday or tomorrow if you're joining.